Oh my god, I love destroying my computer. That's so fucking funny. I hope I'm back. Guys, am I back yet? Please tell me I'm back. Please, I need to be back. Guys, am I back? Am I so back? I need to know. I'm back? Awesome. Let's go! I'm so back. That's really fucking funny, actually. I actually have no idea what happened. We can see you again. Let's go! So, okay. Fun fact. I currently have, like, another capture card plugged into... Well, I had a capture card plugged into my computer and also an Arduino. So I'm obviously... Too much power was being drawn by my PC. So it decided, hey, fuck you. And obviously my camera died as well, so I had to like quickly replace some things. I had to make sure it was cooled down, but we are back. I gotta open repo again. PC said get the fuck out. Yeah, honestly, that was fucked up. But guys, I'm hoping that it's still the same stream, and I'm gonna definitely make sure that shit doesn't do that during my 24-hour stream. Because if that happens during my 24-hour stream, I'm fucked. Because I'm not gonna know what hit me. And it wouldn't be 24 hours. I think it's a new stream. Ah, damn. Okay, never mind then. Boo-ump, I guess, but who cares? As long as I can get the actual, like, there's no music. I clicked play repo. The game was like, no, oh. We're getting somewhere. Pinned message is also gone. Oh shit! You know what else is gone? Streamer bot. So don't activate your firsts and shit. You know, your daily cool messages because you know that shit's gone. Whoopsies. My bad, chat. My bad. Give it a second. The pinned message is back. Repo is still not launched, which is crazy. How is Repo not launched? Where's my Repo at? Repo, please. Please, Repo. We love tech issues. Yeah. So fun. I love tech. Ugh, I gotta close Repo and reopen it because repo something. I don't really know. Come on, Repo, open the fuck up, please. Please open. Please. Please, I love it when shit breaks. Okay, Repo actually launched this time. And then the question is it going to sound is it going to show up in volume? Yes. Good. Okay, I can hear it. Well, like once it fully goes. Here we go. Private game, best computer. Maybe I don't have the best computer after all. I will load the save file. I will relaunch. What happened to my camera? Camera, what the shit? What the shit, man? You're supposed to be the chosen one. Hello, camera. Please. Did the camera just die? What the hell? Why does this always happen? Camera, come back to me. Camera, come back. Come back to me. Please. Do I have to unplug it, replug it? Oh my god. This is why I hate USB-C cameras. Come on! It didn't even play, like, the sound effect that it, like, disappeared, reappeared. Is it, like, do I have to unplug it from here? Oh, that's not a good sign. Holy shit. Oh, no. The battery in my Osmo Pocket has expanded. Shit. Not good. Alright. Um, hmm. What the hell am I gonna do? I guess I'll... Alright, I'll switch to my gaming scene. Uh, and I guess I'm gonna have to put the... I don't... What the fuck? It's always broken, man. This shit always breaks. It always breaks. Is that... How do I fix this thing again? Ugh. Does it... Hmm. I love everything breaking right now. Ugh. Why does this not have... Hold on. Ugh. I'm trying to fix stuff right now. Toggle maybe? I don't remember what I'm doing. Oh my goodness. Why does this have to happen today? Of all days. Where does this even happen? Why is this not working? How does this... How did I... Where's the filter for this? What did I do? How did I do this before? I don't remember. None of these have filters. What the fuck? I hope that I hope my Osmo Pocket isn't, like, fucked because of this battery thing. I don't like the fact that it's expanded so far. It's also stuck in webcam mode. I'll fix it another time. I'm not... I'll let it cool down or whatever the fuck. Why did this have to happen today? Of all days? Why is this broken? I don't know why... I want to say it was move action. Wait, hold on. Do I remember? No, I don't remember. What the hell? Uh... You know what? I don't care. Why is it so broken? Uh, Everything's broken. It's so good. I guess I'll just have to play the game without a camera. Unless I can find a USB-C camera somewhere. Actually, hold on. I might have a camera somewhere. Do I remember where I put it? No. Where would I put this? Oh wait, banger idea just dropped. Hold on, guys. Banger idea. Oh god, you guys are gonna love this. If I untangle this, hold on. Oh, you guys aren't ready. Alright. Now, hopefully, I just have to change this. Are we living? I'm not living. Not at all. Does this... Oh. Wait. Yeah! Hey guys, it's me. My camera is currently off and broken. This is awesome. I'm gonna play like this. What if I put it up here? Oh. Oh, what a gaming. Is this phone cam? No, this is the... This is the Nintendo Switch 2 camera. I'm not even pointing it at the right thing. This is the Nintendo Switch 2 camera. I'm pretty sure it's, like, ass most of the time. Look. Absolute fucking cinema, apparently. I should... It's useful for something, it is. I can't zoom it in and there's no exposure levels. That's awesome. I can change, like, the anti-flicker and stuff. Low light compensation. That doesn't change fucking anything. Doesn't look terrible? No, it doesn't. I just want to zoom it in. It's the highest it can go. It's 30 FPS, 1080p, which is awesome, actually. How do I zoom this in without it looking bad? Sure, we'll go with that. Guys, does this look fine? This feels weird. This feels weird. That's probably fine, right? Absolutely. Wait, this is gaming. We are gaming. I'm doing the fucking Markiplier, you know, like classic YouTube look. Fuck, country girls make do. Yeah. Oh, by the way, guys, that's what happened to my battery, which is why there was like an overdraw or whatever. I think that's not good. Yeah, I'm. It's crazy expanded. It is. So, but it still turns on and it still works. I don't think you meant that much. No. The issue is that it says webcam now and I can't change it from doing webcam stuff, but I can still record stuff. Is it still in warranty? That's a good question. That is genuinely a good question. I don't know how long the warranty is. I am gonna take the back off. It's probably a good idea to pull out the battery, maybe? It's an Osmo, right? Yeah. That thing expanded so fucking hard. So, I'll deal with it. I'll deal with it another time. We'll ball. Let's invite everybody. And I can tell them the good news. Which bottle? Pocket 3. That's what she said. Oh my god, what a game. Oh my god. Ah.
Oh my god, we're in.
Oh.
We're back!
We've made it. We're here.
Alright, good games, guys.
Yeah, GG's. See you guys next time.
I played so well tonight. I think
You
I
were
might do
amazing,
my
honestly.
VIP. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Good night. Good night. Have a good night, everyone.
Oh my god,
Hi,
you guys would not believe the chaos I've had to deal with for the last like 15 minutes.
What have you been doing? What's
So-
been going on?
USBs.
Yeah, so I unplugged like a bunch of USBs because my computer crashed, and I was like, okay, fuck, okay, that's fine. And then I found out that my Osmo Pocket's battery, which I use as a webcam, has expanded.
Oh no.
So, and that was probably one of the reasons why my USBs
That
were
could've
drawing
been
too much
shorting
power.
everything.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so I was like, all right, I'll deal with it. I'll deal with it another time. So I had to go find another camera. Guess what I'm using?
Oh, Logitech C920.
Yeah,
I
that's what
wish I had one of those.
So much better than that, guys.
It's so much better.
A potato.
Arguable.
A 3DS. A 3DS.
You are same brand.
Oh. The new Nintendo camera?
Yes, I'm using the Nintendo camera. It's awesome. I was looking around because I do have a Logitech like USB-C camera around. I could not find it, and then I looked up and it was on my shelf, and I was like, I'm gonna pick you. You are what I'm going to use today.
One.
And it,
Yeah.
you know,
No,
so
you're
all things
Pocket
considered, it's pretty
Osmo.
good. Yeah, I'll have to send photos
It's
into the
okay.
chat
Have you got
later.
warranty? Is it under warranty still? Can you get it
Yeah.
replaced?
I don't.
Check on the website. I did a Google. There's a
How-
serial number on the bottom of the.
Oh yeah.
and
How
if you type
long
that in
is it
somewhere on
usually?
The website, it'll tell you. Usually, things like that have like 3-year warranty.
Couple of years.
Well,
couple
I was
of
gonna
years.
Yeah.
say, I think I got it last year, so it's probably still in warranty.
I
Yeah,
was
dude.
gonna say
Trace
probably.
it up.
If
but, like,
it's-
an expanded battery is like a kind of
Yeah.
serious thing.
It is a
Big
very
issue.
serious
100%.
thing.
Do that.
Yeah, I'll do
Put
it
tomato
off the
sauce
stream.
all over your face and body. Take a photo with the expanded battery in shot, and be like, "Look at what you did to me."
You
It
covered
exploded
you
in
covered my face in tomato sauce.
Easy.
Why do you even
warranty
put
pack.
sauce in your batteries?
Why
How
is the
Australian
battery
is
full of
this thing?
sauce?
Saucy. How is everybody?
I'm gonna eat my
Red.
sandwich.
Pretty
Sandwich.
good. What's in your sandwich, Nukes?
So we got some salami really cheap from Aldi because it needed to be eaten today.
Nice.
So it's salami and cheese.
And you're like, I need to
Ooh.
eat this now because otherwise it'll go out of
Um,
date.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, I finished work at 8 o'clock, so I haven't
Oh,
been
yeah.
home very long.
Fair enough.
Hee
Yeah, I
I
only
have
just
my-
I only
this
just
is
finished
my
work an
dinner.
hour ago.
Yeah,
hee.
this is my dinner.
Finished work and came home to chaos.
Yeah, actually chaos. I thought I was fine.
Surprise!
Hey, Wag, do you want to do a little intro on what you're doing and what the vibe is?
Well, I mean, I'm streaming every day for Everyday August for the Starlight Foundation. I've pretty much not I only missed one day because I was feeling very badly mentally. But we got there, and I
That's
streamed
fair.
the 31st of July anyway as like a day zero. So
Oh, so you
technically,
covered
I've
it, you
still
covered it.
yeah, I was ahead.
It counts.
So
Absolutely.
your 2-week deposit down, and you missed a week of rent, but it's fine.
Yeah, I paid it in advance. But I had a goal of 1,000, and I hit that like
Congratulations.
a
that's
week
great.
or I think it was a week ago. On the Monday when I
He has to wear a maid dress to pack.
Pixel day one.
And also PAX.
When the hell did I say
I
PAX?
love this.
You
That's
said
great.
you were gonna do Hatsune Miku, but in the maid dress, remember?
I just said Hatsune Miku.
Yeah,
I
no,
remember you said
it,
maid
it
dress.
makes
Damn,
me think
okay,
of-
I guess I have to
no,
wear
think
a
Tanuki's
maid outfit at
right,
PAX.
Yeah.
Why would I lie?
Great, awesome. That's something to look.
I
That means I have to
paid
pack it in my
for this.
luggage.
I donated.
Yeah.
I paid for this.
Fair enough. But yeah, I currently have a goal. If I hit 1.1k, I have to play all the FNAF games on stream. That's gonna be fun. The only
Oh,
game
yeah, it's so
I've
fun.
played the FNAF games, like the modern ones, on stream, but I've never played the originals. Yeah,
Nice.
I am like $80 away from doing that.
Let's go.
Let's
Let's
go,
get in there.
everyone.
Let's get in there.
In my personal stream, command exclamation mark WAG
Yes.
will get you the donate link. All funds are going towards Starlight.
Yes,
Yeah.
we like Starlight.
And,
Dude is his own
yeah.
command.
yeah,
I now
command
have-
just been-
Let's go!
just for WAG.
Sydney, you also doing
Let's
Starlight
go.
stuff?
I'm also doing game changers, yes. So if you're in my
Yippee.
chat, you can just type exclamation Starlight and you can donate as well.
Yes,
You
so
can make me eat bean boozled beans if
Ooh.
you want.
that would be
which,
good.
I'm sorry, Cynia. I didn't know.
Pretty good. And
We've-
by that I mean they taste awful. But
Yeah.
I've developed a tolerance, I think. I
Oh,
think
really?
over doing like a year and a half of TikTok streaming and having regular bean boozled redeems, I could eat them and
Oh,
go, yeah, that
no.
tastes like vomit. It's fine.
You just like killed all your taste buds.
Just
I
get
think
through
so,
it.
yeah.
Okay.
They released new flavors like burnt rubber, and so the new
Ooh.
flavors still mess me up.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Ew.
Yeah.
I,
Good work,
I
guys.
swear the last time we all played Repo, we were also talking about Bean Boozled. I feel I just got like a
Never
wave
seen
of deja
this
vu,
before in my life.
excluding
I
you.
remember, sir.
No,
Oh
don't
yeah.
exclude me.
Too bad. You've been othered.
No,
Oh
Can't
no!
believe you've done this.
but we don't have the chaos butterfly that is Luca here, so
He's in
we might
Bali.
Yeah.
we'll probably
I'm
win the
taking his
game now.
place.
We'll probably win the game.
We will.
True.
Do I
We'll
have to
bowl.
do
Really
to
good.
increase my my chaos level?
No,
If
we've
you
all
want
got to step it up, I think.
Alright. Yeah, okay, alright. Everyone increase their chaos by a quotient of 3.
Everyone lock
Okay.
in.
We're all locked in.
Alright, should we get
Right.
started and
I'm
teach Nuki how to
ready.
play the game?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
did the tutorial, so I
Never
know how to
mind. Nuki knows more than
Oh,
us.
wow. Tanuki probably knows more. Yeah.
Yeah, I've forgotten all
haven't
the
even done the tutorial.
I've also, yeah,
Yeah.
I haven't either. Awesome. Let's go!
Press WASD to
Yippee!
move.
Alright.
This is gonna be awesome.
I'm ready.
We've
Yeah,
made it
but
I sure
to the
hope
academy.
nothing bad happens to us.
Okay.
I sure hope nothing
Right.
bad ever happened to the Kennedys.
Okay. Wait, what? Okay, that's that. Okay,
Alright.
I'm just remember the buttons.
I love seeing run on the wall as soon as I open the door. Big face, big face. I got big face.
Oh wait, that's right. I remember. We
You
need
gotta
to
put
move
the
this
things in the
thing.
thing.
I'm putting
Tab
it
is
down
mad.
ever so gently.
Okay.
Yippee! I've made big money. I've made $2.
Alright, what do we need? What do we need to get?
We need 7.9.
Run.
We need $7.9.
Okay, I'm
I
running.
can't read.
Where am I running to?
Run away from the
Anyone
monsters
know?
that decide to appear.
No. Okay.
Monkey. Monkey.
What is that?
Monkey.
Cupboard.
Oh, that
Thank
was
you for the
awesome.
monkey.
Thank you for the donation.
Oh, my favorite.
There's a donation?
No, it's in the donation of the money.
Someone do a
Money, dude.
I'm gonna put
Big
the
money.
in here as well. Get in there.
What the fuck is happening?
Wow.
Sorry. We picked up a
Sorry.
time thing that makes us go slower.
Ah.
I just didn't take my ADHD medicine.
Yeah, it sounded like I just like taken some bad
Ooh, ooh.
Oh, okay.
How much do we have? Hey, that's
We have-
enough. We have enough.
We have enough.
Have enough.
Yeah, but
Whee!
we can make sweet money, right?
We just
Big
leave,
money.
go home.
We could.
We
Technically.
go hardcore.
What happened?
Hardcore.
Are we good? Everybody alive?
Hat.
Simi, you're good. I'm
No.
bad at math.
Aw,
Yeah, it's fine.
what the fuck?
Have we not?
Probably fine.
Has there been no
Uh,
monsters yet? That's crazy.
I haven't seen a monster.
This is a good thing.
I'm
not
This
tripping
is a
on
very
Monster
good
right
thing.
now.
Sauce?
At 8 p.m. Wait, it's later for you. For
It's-
10
it's-
p.m.
10 p.m.
Yeah.
monster?
Yeah, no, I'm...
Gnomes?
Get
Nomula.
over here.
Get.
Get out of here.
Yeah.
Kill him! Kill him! Oh, big
We
vase.
got an infestation.
Yo,
If you
big
see
vase, big
gnomes,
vase, big
Nuki,
vase.
They'll grab you,
Help
but
me.
you can smash them on the ground.
Oh.
There we go.
Yeah. It was
Oh, you
extreme
need some help?
violence.
I
Oh my
yes.
god, what is this?
Big money. Oh wow,
I
that
got my
that was
my
really
gains.
that was way easy.
Frog.
Frog.
If
Yeah,
you wanted to finish
I've
my
been
sandwich,
working
I'll
out.
save it till tomorrow.
Froggy.
Just save it. You don't need it. Oh, a friend.
Sandwich.
Ghost? Is that Ghost good?
Because everyone's talking about food.
Big money.
A
Who is this
beautiful
man? Why does he
beautiful
look like that?
chatter in the stream is eating
guys.
Irish bacon, egg, cheese.
Ooh.
There's an
Oh!
lady.
Oh! I'm leaving. Don't get touched. Oh, that was close. Yeah, don't get touched by that thing. Bad idea. Guys. Oh, stay away from me. Stay away. No! Stay away. I said stay away, please.
Oh,
No.
this will probably be fine, Wag.
Mick.
I'm sure it will be.
It's just Tanuki and Emmy.
In the cart.
Oh,
Brilliant.
someone died.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
That's unfortunate.
Okay, now we know.
Oh,
Now we know.
damn. Okay. That was genuinely so good. Anyway, oh no!
What
Good
does
run,
this mean?
guys. Good run.
Battle Royale.
Oh no, I'm not good at this. What is that?
The hammer.
Oh, shit.
Bonk.
What is this?
Bonk. Ow. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Wait,
Be-
what are
oh,
we supposed to pick up?
big cup. Have you guys seen this big cup? That's awesome.
Died. Oh no.
Cup.
Here, you.
Look at this big ass cup.
Look at that giant cup.
Big cup. Wait, no, wait. Ah!
Sword.
Oh,
Die. Ah!
nukes.
No.
This is brutal.
Nukes is the only one
Nuke,
that knows
you
how to play this
wins.
game.
Ground.
Nukes. King of the losers.
King of the losers. You did it.
I'm the best of the
Good
worst.
work.
Well.
Actually, too overwhelmed.
Well.
The game is my friend. Thank
Well.
you, Sass.
GG's, guys. Good run. Good run.
Oh,
Alright.
that
Have fun.
was
See you guys
so
next
long.
time.
That was fun.
I'm
Insane.
exhausted.
And Tanuki won, so I think that's the most important thing.
Yeah, right.
Yay.
Yeah.
That's all. That's
Yeah.
what matters in the end.
I had a great time.
Yeah. All right, should we try again?
Yes, let's
Yeah.
run it back.
Can I
Moral of the
change
story:
my
don't run it.
colour?
Did you change?
Oh yeah, run
Huh?
away from old women. Can you change
Hell
the
yeah.
color of
Is
your
that the moral of the story?
robot?
Yeah,
Yes, you can.
In this screen.
Yeah, when we all
The moral
when
of the story is run away from old
Change
women.
color.
Luca
I
wouldn't like that.
found
That
it.
act, man.
No, he loves old women.
He loves old women. He's got. What is it? What's the energy? I don't remember what it is.
Oh,
MILF hunting energy.
MILF. Oh, oh.
I don't know what he
Does
said.
Gilf.
I-
Gilf.
Yeah,
hunting.
Gilf hunting. Ooh. We can say bad things about him because he's not here.
Yeah, and he won't watch the VOD. He doesn't
Yeah.
have a attention span.
No, exactly. Yo, who wants to be the Burger King?
Oh, what is this? Oh, I found some.
Put the hat on. Nukes already has.
Yeah,
Nukes
you
already has a
you already got a small
Am I
crown.
wearing it? Do I have one on?
Yeah.
Am I
Oh.
wearing one? Oh,
Why
You're
am
the
I
king of
squeezing
the
so
loser.
much?
I'm the king. I'm the Burger King.
Okay.
Is this thing I'm trying to pick up killing me?
No, I hit you with the door.
Oh.
Thanks, Norman.
This thing is
Oh.
making me sick. Did you guys know that?
The way you fucking
My balls.
tumbled.
Oh. Wow.
I think we're good.
That one's hard to pick up.
Pay no attention to the cup.
Pay no attention to that. I'm enjoying this. This is
No, I
fun.
said pay no attention to the cup.
Oh my god, guys! Second crown. Who wants to be the Burger Queen?
The-
Ooh.
5
Ah!
Whoppers. Oh.
Man's got a gun.
Wag got shotgun straight away.
Oh
That
no!
man has a gun.
See, this is what happens when you make too much noise in this game. I was
We need to
having
retreat,
fun.
But we need to distract this man.
I just got shot
Say
point
less.
blank in the
Hide
face.
here,
Say
Nukes.
less.
You can hide under. If you crouch down, you can hide inside things,
Oh.
and that's the way you hide from people. Okay, chuck it in the thing.
Stop making so much noise. They're going to kill.
And
There we
then
go.
if we have enough, do we have enough to? No, we don't have enough to.
We need more
Revive.
money.
Damn. All right, guys.
Understood.
Okay, so we'll ta- so we'll
80
take this with us
bucks.
and we'll
80
get
bucks
some
that I have to play one
We're gonna
all the
look for some
FNAF
more
games.
money.
Just a reminder out there.
Money.
Is my
There is a
my
door.
incentive still working? I don't
Oh my
remember.
god. The door.
The
Oh, they open both ways. Did you know?
Oh my god, that was an experience.
Oh, no.
Oh, the big eye. Oh
Look
shit.
down, look down, look down.
That's not good.
Oh god.
Oh, thank
Oh.
God.
Okay.
I did it.
Don't.
Uh-oh.
don't be a DA.
Uh-oh.
Okay. Oh no, Nukes has
Uh-oh.
got now.
Oh,
Nukes.
Nukes.
I'm looking away. I'm trying.
Uh-oh.
It's so hard to look away.
Oh. No!
Dad,
I didn't even look at it. It just pulled me in.
Run out of the room.
can we throw something at Nukes?
Do we
I
use
don't
the
know.
trip?
Run
I
out
don't
the
know how to
run
help.
out of the room.
I fucking
Leave
love
the room.
Ah!
Uh-oh. This ain't good. Uh-oh. 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 The blind one.
Oh,
Hey,
oh
Nukes.
God.
Oh, good.
Oh.
I looked at it. Ow.
And there you go.
What? I looked at it. Oh, this is bad.
They are unaware of the situation.
It's really bad.
Okay.
Oh, oh my god.
Go
City,
away,
City
you old
Jesus.
man. Go away. I didn't mean to
Oh.
look at its ass.
How
Hey,
did he
Kiana.
see?
Oh hi.
Hi.
I hope
Hi.
you're awesome. Everyone did?
What's happening? I grabbed Tanuki's head and got shot in the
Everybody
booty.
did?
Oh.
Yeah,
not
that's
the
I
booty.
tried.
that's a blind man with a shotgun. That's crazy.
You crazy.
Looks like at least one
Gun
person's dead.
man.
We don't have a lot of
Sorry.
money.
Jenny's running from the shotgun man.
Oh, Cindy made enough money to revive me. Oh,
Oh, Run City!
Okay, we might hide for a minute.
He's gonna hide under.
Good plan, good plan.
your bed.
Baby, help me, I'm bad at this game.
Shotgun man.
It's annoying, annoying, annoying.
Hi,
I want
good
the old man
evening.
to go
Hi,
away.
Bouncy. How you doing?
He's the shotgun man.
If we can't even get past level 1, what kind of people are we?
Losers.
I like how we were saying we're gonna do so good tonight because Luca's not here.
Yeah, Luca was the one
Never
carrying
mind.
us all along.
Never mind. Who knew?
That's crazy. Insane.
Crazy. Should I set up our chat to be
Shared chat?
Yeah.
I was
I've
going
really
to,
done it.
but I couldn't I couldn't like send Cindy an invite, so I was like, eh.
Is
That's the
it?
impression that I get.
It's like
do
directly
I
on
just do
Twitch.
invite guests.
I
Okay,
actually
okay,
have
let
no
me try,
clue.
Let me try.
I
Okay.
genuinely don't know
Because-
if you can do it from.
I haven't done it. I tried doing it that one time that my stream died with you.
Oh yeah,
when we were playing this game.
shared chat.
Wagon trail.
I don't know.
Number 1.
I don't know.
Add. And then it's me Tanuki.
I guess you're not reading chat, so your headset isn't working, but I'm going to say you want to help you out with streaming and stuff, because I think you got the potential for streaming and you're just missing some basic initial. Thank you, Kiana. I appreciate
All right.
the offer
I
of
can- I
assistance,
am-
but
I am in-
I'm
Did I
fine,
make it
I'm
work?
fine, but-
Yes.
All right.
And then
Oh wait, am I alive? Am I going to live?
needed work.
Oh my god, I'm coming back.
We got one.
Yeah, we got shared chat. I live!
Hey, Wag.
Hey,
I
what's
think
up?
Everyone else is dead, right? Are they
Everyone
dead?
else is dead, yes.
Okay,
we should
let's,
leave.
We should go.
We should leave.
We should-
Goodbye, everyone else. Good luck, everybody else.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, my lover. Goodbye, my friend. You have been the one. You
Did
have
the
been
eye
the
get
one
you,
for
or the
me.
shotgun guy get you?
Shotgun
The
got
shotgun
me.
guy got us. Like I looked I
The
broke
shotgun guy
contact
died
with the eye
everyone.
and then got
Yeah.
shotgunned in the face immediately.
Oh,
Ginny, do you want to
that's
join the
brutal.
shared chat?
I picked up Tanuki's head and got shot in the face. Good time.
I appreciate the effort to save me.
Yeah, I'm surprised you
Yeah.
guys actually saved me.
I tried.
It's crazy. Yo, we're all shared chats. Let's go.
Or-
Tried.
We're sharing a chat. Except for Nuki.
Oh my god, jeez. Oh, jeez, guys.
Woohoo!
Well,
Valuable tracker.
Okay,
Why
so
do
we
I
can
know
buy
that?
skill points and stuff in here.
Skill
Nukes,
points
with
is
the
probably
money.
the best thing to grab.
Yeah.
oh,
Gun!
Stormy.
Uh,
But you can also get a gun.
Yeah.
Wait,
And
no.
shoot.
Wait. Last time I was in this room, I didn't
Oh.
get to experience it at all
Don't
because I
do
just
it.
kept dying.
Don't you spin
Russian
it.
roulette.
Don't you spin it around. Don't you...
Oh my!
What did these?
Whoa!
These? What? Tanuki's dead!
Ah!
Ah!
No, wait.
Ah! Ah!
Wait.
Ah!
I lived. Don't worry, I'll bring him back.
Oh, it's okay. Oh, thank you.
Come back to us.
I'm back.
Wait.
We have
Uh,
enough money?
wait, hold on.
Okay. Wait.
What do we want? What do we want?
Oh, we're putting them in
Stamina.
the shopping cart? What's
Stamina.
a tumble launch, tumble wings?
Fuck the tumble
Speed?
launch. We want
Is it
either
bad?
stamina or health. They got no
Extra
health.
Oh, okay.
Well, that's my personal opinion. I think the range is probably the best. I would just say pick the cheapest
Speed?
ones, but we only have
Okay.
13k, and there's we
True.
can only pretty much buy 2.
It's fine.
Don't
we'll
worry,
make some
guys,
money
I'm
in
bringing
the
you
next
back.
round.
I don't know where the
Welcome
gun went.
back. Oh, we're gonna
Welcome back.
Yay, we're alive.
I'm
Welcome back.
alive.
Are you?
Welcome.
You don't look
Friendly
alive
fire.
to me.
I don't feel alive.
She just
It
ate
might be all the
salami and
monsters.
cheese.
Whoa!
Yeah, I
Explosive
ate so much
mine.
Oh,
Just a giggle and then an explosion.
Explosive
Okay, so what should
mine.
we be buying?
We can't bring him back. Oh well.
money? Why? Not enough money?
Man, I'm the only one that knows what they're doing now.
Oh, wow.
Apparently,
I'm so sorry,
that's
we're-
probably not my role.
We're
Sorry, Wag.
poor.
We can't afford you anymore, Wag.
So
Guys,
poor. Donate for Wag.
donate for
If you
charity.
donate, if you donate to his Starlight Game Changers Fund, maybe, just maybe, we can bring a Wag back to life.
Just
Maybe. You gotta buy
Not
something
today.
or
Let's
send.
get on the ship.
Not today. Can we bring
Oh,
his
I don't
head
need
on
it.
the ship?
Yeah.
Guys,
Come out,
please.
sir. Let's go.
I love having.
Bu-bu-bu-bu-bu.
Nothing.
Let's
Alright.
put you on the shelf.
Uh-oh.
1 moment.
Let's see if we survive.
There we go.
Cindy's trying to do the.
All
health
tucked in.
exploit.
Do, 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 do.
I live.
I did it. All right, who wants the skill points?
All right. Yes. So we have a
Run and
stamina
press
one
Q
and a
to
range
follow
one.
with style.
But there's only 2, so we only one person can take them.
So what do we
You know
got?
what?
We got
I didn't
stamina
know
and we
that
got
while we
range.
were there, 'cause I
Stamina
got-
is the yellow one and range is the red
Shot.
one.
Run and Q.
Yeah, I'll
There
go
was
with
no
that,
health.
So whoever wants whatever they want, I'm fine.
Yeah, you guys take it. I'll die. I know I'm gonna die.
No,
Oh,
Emmy,
oh, I
you're
see how
the
it
best-
is.
You're the best of us.
Wait, I actually just read this new info. If I run and press Q,
Oh.
Whee!
Whee!
I fall with style.
I love falling with style.
Whee!
Okay.
You guys
I will
it.
take the stamina.
And
I'll
take
eat
the
next time.
range. Yum.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
Alright, we continue.
Now you guys look so buff now.
Thanks.
I know how to run.
range. No trouble.
I learned how to run.
I want to see it in action, Wag.
Oh my god, the Sydney Opera House?
Finally.
Wow,
That's crazy.
we've made it.
You get to see me run at Pixel. It's fine.
That's cool.
And I'll probably be running away.
Wait, Sydney, are you also gonna wear a maid suit on Saturday?
Maid
No,
maid
Perth isn't
outfit.
ready.
What?
But-
Maid suit.
But
Perth isn't ready.
I'm wearing one.
I'm wearing
No,
one.
no, Anna, you guys are gonna look beautiful, but Perth's not
I'm gonna
ready.
make.
I
I'm
tried
gonna
it on
make local boy
yesterday.
wear one too.
You're gonna make who?
Local boy.
You're gonna make local boy wear one? Hell yeah.
I think he'd wear it regardless.
I'm trying my best.
Do you think it?
I got
Do you think it would
Zion.
arrive in time?
I got Xylan into it.
Hell yeah.
Oh yeah, true. I'm just gonna have to find him one off of Facebook Marketplace.
Rich.
Luke is wearing one, of course.
Of course, he's the one that got it started.
I think Dawn's also wearing one. I don't know. Maybe
I
not.
think they're gonna try to. They said they had some sort of cosplay there.
Yeah. I'm unaware of the situation.
Oh, like a half statue.
All right, we gotta make
Laser.
$10. Laser?
I
Don't-
hardly know her.
I was about to say that, you bitch.
Boom.
First.
Yeah. Nuke's beat you. Sorry, Wag.
Oh my god, it always
Is
happens.
this a death laser?
I would assume so.
Probably.
Don't touch it. Or actually, Nuki, touch it.
Don't make
Oh.
Nuki touch it. What if they die?
I have an idea. You could probably jump over it, to be fair. It's gonna slide underneath it.
Yeah, right. I think we're done
Am I
here.
going the right? Oh,
Hi.
I found a pheasant. Done.
Alright. We head in this direction.
There's something up there. Who's good at jumping?
Parkour?
I've got
Oh,
some
Sydney with the
range.
range?
Maybe.
Get in there, range.
Give it a
buff.
shot.
Ranger.
How's that for range?
There's also another
Hmm.
one here. How do I get up here? Yeah.
Oh, guys, I found something good. Actually, I'm gonna leave it here. Seems like a good idea. We can find enough goodies to activate the thing. I can just drag that to the next quota. Or alternatively, hey, I found this big ass gem. It's awesome.
Do you want a big ass cup?
Oh, the big ass cup! It's back!
Finally. All right, that's gonna break so quick.
Help me.
That's a
Hell-
big cup.
All right,
A big
surely you
ass
can.
cup.
Surely you can pop. Is it made of uranium? It's crackling. You can hear it.
I think it sounds
It's made
like
of
Anyway.
Uranus,
Spicy.
Oh, I see.
boom.
All right. If you want to take
didn't know
that
his
back,
Anus was
I
green.
think we could probably take quota.
Oh really?
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
at quota.
Yeah, go
Depends how
go
much-
deliver it back, and I'll try and find the other spot.
Something else up here.
Oh, we have two. Okay, we have two. Check.
These things. What the hell? Oh. There's so much crap here. This is awesome.
And I can't.
Oh no. Oh fuck. Don't, dude, don't. I found the monster. It's killing me. I'm hoping I ran away from it. Oh, big ass cup again. There it is. Oh. Wait, we don't have enough? Oh. Guys, please. Please. I don't want to die here. Oh. That's money. Alright. I hope that they can put enough money into the thing so that we can activate it and leave. Well, not leave, but I don't want to deal with Death Machine over here. Whackety duck. I didn't murder anybody. No one's dead.
Is he dead?
No one's dead?
Oh,
Hey.
oh god, you scared me. Don't touch the duck. Oh,
Where
also-
is...
The duck around.
There is a duck. There's
Tinny.
also like one of those fuck ass
I got
scarecrows.
the duck.
Oh, one of the scary scarecrows. Yeah.
Oh, I see what happened here. What happened to the... What happened to the trolley?
The trolley. Cindy got scared by the duck.
Oh, I see.
And
Squawk, how's it going?
Bum, 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 bum.
Alright. I don't know where the fuck ass scarecrow went, but there is a gem here. And I really do hope that I'm not going to walk right into it.
be careful of the duck.
Thank you.
Guys, take something out. I've got a big thing.
What? No, just. Oh.
Wait, I'm gonna try and kill the duck with the
whack.
thing.
I don't care! Nailed it!
We got the duck. Did we squish the duck?
I think we killed the duck.
I think the duck and Nuki's.
Yeah. Oh, Tanuki!
Oh no, the buddy!
The money landed on Tanuki.
Alright,
Thanks.
where did the...
Ducked.
You got duck?
You
You
got
picked.
ducked
You tried to pick
hard.
the duck up?
I got-
Alright, I know
got
where it is.
whacked.
I know where the next extraction point is, so it's
Of
this way.
course I tried to pick the duck up. Have you met me?
That's
Yeah,
true.
the duck's cute. The
Very
duck's
true.
adorable.
Rip the nukes.
Alright, be very careful because,
I love being carried. This
there's a
is great.
scarecrow around.
Okay, I'll put you down.
You guys
Yeah.
winning? I think we are. For now.
Does it look like a scarecrow?
Yeah, it looks like a scary scarecrow.
Yeah, it's like a scarecrow with arms and legs that like cut you. It's very bad.
This is a south beach. That's a long south.
Alright. We're gaming. I don't know where the trolley went.
I found $600.
Why are you at a different camera angle? My fucking camera
Yeah.
decided to break.
Another one?
Yeah, I've got it.
I'm sorry.
Oh,
Oh, there
where
you
did
go.
the money bag go? What the fuck? Oh, it's over there.
I don't know.
Money bag.
Money bag.
What you got? Mm.
All right, we're almost done. We just gotta
Extraction
grab
point
like
over there.
one. Yeah, that should probably cover it. Do we want to grab more?
Dunk.
Nah, it's fine.
Yay!
Big cup.
Big tax
We made
return.
money.
All right, we could probably head out of here now.
Okay. Which way do we go?
Plonk.
Plonker.
I can't.
Look at that, big money.
Plonker.
Alright,
I'll go
time to-
first.
Yeah, get back to the truck. Time to leave.
Right. I'm worried about Cindy. I haven't
And he's
heard
probably
Cindy
fine.
enough.
Here, take some health.
Oh, thank you. You can give health?
Yeah, there's like a little
I should
bar
really play the
back of
tutorial.
there's a little bar on the back of your neck that shows you how much health shows
Ah.
others how much health you're on. I'm assuming you're on
What?
1. I'm
What if
currently
yours
on
is
1.
all empty.
Yeah, I'm on 1. Run.
I wish the duck would leave.
Hey.
Okay, now I'm face. Oh, thank God.
Don't worry. Everybody is not dead yet. I say yet
Okay.
because we ran into the scarecrow on the way back.
Yeah, I saw the scarecrow just before. Oh,
We should I hear it. You're
Um,
alive?
hey,
Is Emmy alive?
Duck. Maybe.
I just said
Emmy?
Emmy yelling, not that way, not that way.
Emmy?
It was that way.
Emmy?
Oh, okay. Well, good luck to her, I guess. See you, Norman. Take care.
Bad news, chat.
Oh, it was that way.
Bad news, chat.
It was that way. Okay.
Don't worry. Come back to us.
All right. Look, that's an improvement on last time. That's an improvement on last time. Hey.
We made it.
Oh, thanks so much.
Are you gonna come into the inside?
Oh.
I walked straight into the scarecrow.
Hell yeah, we're winning. Wahoo!
Win.
We're winning! Everybody's here. Everyone's alive.
This.
I'm so proud of us.
We're bowling.
Screams when you're
It's
working.
happening.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm not good at.
With
Surprises.
Katri listening to you yell and go, the wrong way, wrong way.
Yeah. I don't realize
Okay.
how loud I get when I'm scared.
We got
Okay,
more
we've-
money to spend now.
I just
Ooh.
love that the way you said was the wrong way was the right way.
Strength upgrade.
But
Yeah,
what
by
I
the
meant
way-
by it's the wrong way was I've walked into the Scarecrow.
Yeah. By the way, you can press tab
Can I
and
go
you
first?
obviously there's a map,
Oh my god.
but if you there, yeah, tab's the
Ah.
map, and then usually on the if on the
There's
map,
a little dotted line.
yeah, there's a dotted line where you want to go, whether it's the extraction point or the truck at the end.
The more you know, guys. The more
We're
you know.
learning.
Yeah.
Right, you can actually be a
Alright.
good gamer if you know how to play the game.
Stamina.
I put a
Strength.
stamina in already.
There
and
is
you put
also
a strength in, right?
Yeah, there's also another
Maybe-
stamina here.
Ooh,
Okay.
there's a lot
Uh,
of range.
We kind of just
No,
want
no.
to.
Range was useful
Just
last
range,
time, right?
yeah.
Yeah, we can pop up another range in. I think upgrades are like the way to go.
Well, this makes a lot of sense.
Do we want speed? That's 5k.
Crouch rest upgrade. I don't exactly know what that is.
What about There's speeds for 5k. Do we need to go fast?
Sprint speed, maybe, but like that probably will use a lot of stamina. I'd have to guess,
Okay, yeah, no.
and we don't have a lot of stamina to use.
To begin with,
We can
yeah.
give it a shot. Like we'll just buy one, maybe. We have the money.
Maybe
We have enough to buy
crouch
two.
reset would be better.
We could buy both,
Okay, let's try.
or we could
range.
do a range. But
I'll grab the crouch.
who cares?
Guys,
What's going on in there?
I hear
Tanuki's,
some giggles.
Tanuki's found a throne.
Is it the toilet?
A porcelain throne.
Wow.
Wow.
That's awesome.
My feet are all wet.
Queen.
For royalty.
Oh,
You can even close the seat.
I'm drowning.
Flushed.
Yeah, I
And
found
that's
mine.
a royal flush.
This is my seat.
Yeah,
Oh,
the
trash.
trash.
They can
Yeah.
call me the trash man.
This is my seat.
Trash me.
The sink.
The sink.
The sink.
The sink.
Anyway,
Oh.
Where are we going now? Wow!
nice
Oh.
try.
Hey guys.
Unbelievable.
Oh hey.
Hey guys.
Oh hey.
Hey, what's going on?
Oh hey.
I've learned how to use
Oh,
these
no.
things.
Oh,
Grenade.
Get flashbang.
Oh,
all of our money disappeared.
Oops.
oh no. Amy got it.
Blew up
Should we
with the
just quit?
grenade. All right, let's go.
This is fine.
I can juggle.
Oh my god.
Oh
What happened?
my god. Amy just
Okay.
activated
I
the
got exploded.
thing.
Exploded.
Use 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 0 to make expressions.
Expressions.
I didn't know they had
What?
expressions.
Neither. Are these new?
No.
Yeah, this must be new.
This is
My
awesome.
God.
I'm so high right now.
It's-
I sleep.
Whoa.
Good night.
Me when I walked into the scarecrow.
Honk shoe me.
Ah,
Don't talk to me, I'm sleepy.
no, that's so cute. Look at the duck.
Grumpy.
Oh, I can be
Alright.
happy. Or I don't know. I
All right, who wants what?
Okay, yeah.
how do you
Oh,
okay,
I
I
want
was
to
gonna say,
stamina.
how do you un
Yum. You just
What's
press the
this
go.
one? I'm gonna get a range. I'm gonna do stamina and range.
Get the range.
I want this. Yummers.
Yum 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 yum.
And then you guys can take the last two because
guys
then
have-
we'll
yeah,
all have
yeah.
two.
And
Yippee!
that's equality.
We are now equals.
Yes, speaker says not directed.
You've seen some shit.
I touched the man.
Oh my
I
god.
touched
seen
the
a
duck.
I touched the duck.
You
I
did
touched the
touch
duck.
I touched duck.
You can never untouch the duck.
Out of everyone here,
I touched
I
the
am the
duck.
most likely to touch the duck.
Don't touch the
That's-
duck.
that's-
So true.
Do not.
Voted most
Don't touch
likely
the
to
duck.
touch the duck.
Don't
In your
touch the
book.
duck.
Whatever you do.
Whatever
don't
you
touch
do,
the fucking
whatever you
duck.
do, don't touch the duck.
Boom 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 boom.
We're going shopping.
All
I
right.
oh my goodness, yes. Someone help me with this.
Oh gosh, what is that?
Money.
Is that a
Big
rhino?
money. Be very careful with
rhino.
this. I said be very careful with this.
I'm being careful.
That's
Alright,
pretty careful.
we have nailed it. Now we just gotta find like 9,000 more dollars. Anything goody? No. Nothing. There's nothing ever goody. Oh, big room. Oh.
Why don't you want to go through the door?
There's an upstairs.
Sorry.
Nothing is upstairs.
Oh, sorry. Sorry.
Ka-chow!
You
Oh.
clipped the back of my ankles. To the
I was just trying to get through the door. Ankle tap. Ankle tap.
To the door. Ooh, a clock. Or this is like an old school radio.
With a trolley?
What do you think of this old school clock?
Just in his own world, and just clunk.
Yep.
That is not
Yeah.
gonna last.
That sound sounds spooky. I don't know what it is, but it sounds spooky.
We should find out.
Okay.
Yeah, go towards the spooky.
Hello.
So it says
Oh,
do
big.
not open.
Where did you?
Hi.
Hi. How much is this? Ooh. Okay, we could do this. We could
It
probably.
says handle with care. Do not open.
We could take this. Just like slowly but surely drag it. Here, come this way. Grab me.
Oh, what the fuck is that? Oh, God! What is
We're going to ignore them for now. Help me with this.
There's a guy. There's a thing.
Am I gonna get killed?
Don't die. Whatever you do, don't
I'm
die.
Focusing.
We're locked in.
I'm focusing on my
Oh. Oh,
back
it's fine.
strength.
It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
I'm lifting with my legs. I don't want
Are
a
you?
backache in the morning. Yeah.
There's a
Oh!
Oh, oh, oh!
That's an insect!
No.
just
No. No.
Oh, I meant to close the door. It didn't work. Uh-oh.
This is bad. Can this dude fuck off? Oh man, we were so close to the exit too, like the extraction zone. That's fucked. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. There's a big monster here. Be very careful. I will take you. And put you here. For later. Unless... I don't know if I can do this. No, it doesn't work like that. Fuck. Anyway, you can stay here for now. What's poppin'?
No, don't come this way.
No? Yeah, I can see why.
By the giant dong, or did you get taken by the hand?
Ah,
Hey, Wag.
I don't know.
I got kicked.
I was watching Wag drag a box through several doorways.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can't
and then-
believe no one
And then I
helped.
died.
Don't worry about it.
You probably got hit by the box.
Everything's gonna
Oh,
be
maybe.
okay.
Because the box
Emmy's
was
got this, though,
constantly
Kat.
vibrating because it was not the right way
You can
up.
Try.
I think Emmy's gonna clutch this. I believe.
Do my gains.
Yeah, Emmy's
My
got this.
gains Lifting. You can try.
Emmy's doing Emmy gains.
Hell yeah.
Lift.
Okay. Alright, I think she needs to work on her gains. Oh, she... The roll's all the way over.
Okay. Don't worry, everything's fine. Lift. Lift. Okay, I can't lift.
This is rough.
More gains.
This is going wonderfully.
This is rough.
This way?
This is rough.
Oh,
Oh.
more damage.
Oh.
Unlucky. Lift this
I like that she's just persisting with the rhino.
way. Up.
Yeah. Oh, so close.
This
Oh, so close. Yeah. Yes. All right. There's 10,000 more to go.
Isn't it? I said I got wait,
10,000
and then I
more.
have a map.
We got
This way.
this.
This way,
Oh,
Cindy.
just
We're
crashes
bowling.
into the other thing. We'd do it. Oh.
Cindy, it's in the door.
Yeah, I know it's in the door, Emmy.
Oh, oh. Oh, oh.
Okay. I'm putting money on
She's locking it.
laser. I'm not made for this.
I'm built different.
I'm built different.
Help me.
That box is gonna cause some problems.
I'm built different. I'm smaller.
Yeah, that
I'm
box
weaker.
n-
I'm more
not-
easily afraid.
Oh,
I'm just a little
This can only go
guy.
so well.
I said,
I'm just a tiny
don't
guy.
do that. Don't die.
Yeah, wag.
What the hell was I supposed to do?
Yeah, Waggy said play repo and then you died. What is this?
Oh, Tanuki's already there. What the heck?
Okay, just
Oh,
10,000
Sydney,
more.
did you grab
I
my
need more
head?
cash.
I
grab
grabbed
my
your
head.
head.
Wag,
Oh.
Wag grabbed your head.
I grabbed your head, and then I met the laser beam monster, and then got kicked by it instead of laser
I
beam.
need a bigger dowry.
When she grabbed
Oh, I
my
need a
head.
bigger dowry.
Emmy's looking for a bigger dowry.
Oh, I'm gonna
Big
die.
money.
Every-
Where is the
She
big
need-
money?
She
Emmy's gonna
needs
carry us to
1,100.
victory.
not good.
Yeah, Emmy's gonna find
I'm scared.
$10,000 worth of goods.
Bug with ugly eyes.
Oh, this is
wonderful.
solid. She's logged.
Any
She's locked and
money
loaded.
in the toilet? Any money? There's no money in-
This is great.
Okay.
Is this worth money? This is worth some money.
That was in the trolley before. What happened? Why was it not? Oh my god. Why was it not in the trolley?
This way.
Because the rhino took up all the room in the trolley, so it was sitting on top of the trolley. He got lasered out by laser eyes.
$2,000.
I
no.
see. That
Did
makes
she have
I
to get all
sense.
the money
need
by
so
herself?
much.
Yes.
She has to get all the money by herself, Stas. Yep.
Wait, maybe if I just.
Yes. Now she's gaming. Oh no.
What?
Take the rhino out and you can use the trolley.
Well, that.
I don't think it's a good idea to take the rider out. I'm gonna
Nah,
be
come
real.
on, it'll be fine. It'll be fine probably.
Maybe.
Cheaper?
Now she's just throwing
I
heads
don't
around.
think that made it any cheaper.
No, it
No,
does not
no,
make
that-
cheap.
Not how it works.
No? Oh, man. Anyone in the chat know how to play the game? Please give me some tips.
Just
If you're in
find
chat-
9k.
I got 3 dead
Tell Emmy to get 9k.
Yeah,
colleagues.
Emmy has to pay 9k. Oh,
Oh, she's
fuck.
about to get bugged.
Never
She's about
mind.
to get bugged. She's about to
Oh,
get bugged out.
never mind.
Dodged. Clutch.
I don't like its eyeballs.
That's crazy. Just get
9K.
Just get
9k.
9K.
Just get 9k.
It's my first day.
It's what we said. It's what we said.
You gotta hit budget.
You just gotta hit budget. I want ROI, guys. I want return on investment on this.
Yeah.
Listen, my work hit budget before I even got in, so it was
Gonna
chilling.
die.
That's
Just chilling
awesome.
now. Just maxing.
Yeah.
I don't think my work has ever hit budget. I'm gonna be real.
Yeah, but like, you're not a regular retailer.
No, but at the same time, our budget is way too high. And I'm quitting in 2 weeks, so it's not gonna be
Yay.
my problem.
Yeah.
Yay! Uh-oh.
I'm quitting Pixel Weekend. It's gonna be awesome. I'm gonna
I'm
quit my
looking
job on the
forward to WAG
Thursday.
being my problem for
This is
potential months.
Yeah.
That's real
100%.
friendship, is when you're willingly making someone else your problem.
Oh my god, yeah, I could walk into your job.
Yo, you could just come and hang out with me.
I
at the
could.
shops while I work.
I just realized that. Uh-oh.
You're doing amazing, sweetie.
Looking forward to seeing you at Pixel. Hell yeah, Fluffy. I'm looking forward to hanging out. Everybody
What are you doing at Pixel?
except
Are you doing,
Nuki.
What are you doing?
Oh,
What are
Be
you
a
doing at
Pixel.
Pixel?
sorry.
What am I doing at Pixel? Well,
give me the
obviously, the first day will be. Uh-oh.
Ah,
The- The first
So
day
much
will be picks the Pog live panel.
Oh yeah.
Why
I
did you just leave me?
and then obviously I'll be wearing the maid outfit, but I don't have anything else planned.
Do I
Yeah.
just leave?
I'll just
Do
be
I just leave?
chilling with people, I guess, the whole day.
That's cool, man.
I want some instruction.
Recording content with my broken Osmo pockets.
Oh,
I
true.
just
Get a
gave
new
up
bat.
hope.
Get a new bat.
Yeah, I probably will just get a
Everything's
new
trying to
battery
kill
anyway.
me.
That's fun. It's fun to play
No,
with.
just get 9K. Just get 9K.
Can
Come
someone
on.
tell
You got
Emmy to
this,
lock
Emmy.
in?
She got this. She got this.
Okay.
Or she's gonna get lasered real quick.
Okay.
Yeah.
These are the two possibilities as I see them.
Easy. Easy 9K. I can get 9K. Like
You
this?
gotta
Is this
lock
9K?
in.
There's something in there.
I love that. That's awesome.
Why
Open
is
the
this place
chest.
empty?
We're so
They
winning.
just want to be your friend. They want to be your friend, Emmy.
Open?
My friend.
This
Can I
place
pet
is
that
literally
dog?
empty.
If you use your map, Emmy, you can see gold stuff. You can see where there's money. She doesn't know. Just the sound of panicked mechanical keyboard.
I can do that too.
Money?
Oh, that's tactile. That sounds good. There's a
Very
TV behind the
tactile.
door that's worth money, I think.
I got this keyboard for free.
Oh,
want it.
damn. Oh, no!
Bug.
Bug.
Bugged up,
What
but
was
holding
that
onto the
other
TV
thing?
still. The clouds are throwing up. No.
Emmy's clutching up.
Oh, Emmy's
Never
clutching
mind.
up.
Oh,
Oh, no. Emmy's
Or,
got
or
somehow alive.
it's winning. It's
Somehow
giving.
alive.
I
It's
killed
giving
bugs.
life.
It's giving.
It's giving clutch.
I think it's giving clutch.
Big laser
As they
time.
say, slay.
I think you nailed that, Wag.
What
I
is
think
that?
Thank you, I try.
you're speaking to a generation.
I'm speaking to the generation of, like, young teenage girls.
Oh, I got the vomit
Currently in
bug.
chat.
Currently in chat, or one of them.
Oh, shit.
Oh.
Oh,
Now
Emmy's
she's
been masked.
possessed.
the vomit head now.
Jim Carrey.
The voice change.
Yeah,
Will
the
this
voice
kill
changes.
me?
I don't think that actually kills
This is
though,
me
so it's fine.
after a night on the town.
Uh-oh.
Just, will this kill me? Oh.
Will this kill
Vomiting
me?
everywhere.
Yeah, that's fair actually.
That's
That's
pretty
how you
good.
know you've had a good night.
Yeah.
Bailey,
It should just come off eventually.
where's the TV? Is it the yellow thing? I think I saw it.
This is so funny.
You're cooking, babe. You're
Either
cooking.
the laser-
You're
It's
cooking,
really
babe.
funny. The like filter that it puts on her voice kind of makes her sound
You're gonna
like
come through this way. Yes.
fucking
Uh-oh.
uh,
Oh! It's
what?
taking damage!
In the
Is
fire?
it the fire?
I think it ran to the fire.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Oh my
The Chungus,
Oh.
the Chungus is gonna get
Oh.
you. Emmy, oh,
Where
Holy
is she?
crap.
Her beak.
I saw it.
she's
Holy-
played Resident Evil before. She knows how to dodge. She knows how to
Oh my
dodge.
god. It's happening.
Okay,
Oh,
she's
finally.
no longer possessed.
Alright.
She's free.
Free.
Of course it's.
I mean, I'm impressed that she's alive this long. She's doing great.
I'm genuinely impressed.
Guys, stop underestimating her.
I'm not
She's got
underestimating
this.
in this. Uh-oh.
She's clutching.
I just know that if I was still alive now, I would be dead.
There it is.
What I mean.
Never be alive.
Never
Oh, no,
mind.
that's a good
just got
point,
kicked.
Tanuki. Damn it.
I- Sorry.
No, you were
What?
doing
No,
so
you did
well.
great.
That guy wouldn't leave me alone.
We all kind of just died to bro.
Yeah, alright.
Oh, we're back in here.
Time for
Yeah.
In the fucking building again. Whoa.
Uh,
Oh god. Oh god.
Oh, what the
Oh,
hell?
gotcha.
The shotgun broke as well? Stay back.
Bro got fucking thrown.
Go, put that sword down! Put that sword down! Damn it!
Oh, City wins!
I did it!
You blew yourself up.
Yes, somehow. Stop.
City
Oh,
wins!
Losers.
it's so close.
With a sledgehammer.
That's crazy. I
Good
think I
old
hit myself
sledgehammer.
with the bat.
Did you hit yourself?
I
wonder what
feel
you-
like... Yeah, I just left. I went to space.
I'm
I was like-
flying.
I was like, where'd the
You
wag
hit
go?
me.
Yeah, I went to
Ah!
space.
You hit me and you went horizontal.
Pachow!
Admity's doing it vertically.
That was I'm not good at this game, but that was so hard. I couldn't
I feel
find
like it escalated
anything.
really quickly.
You were doing
It definitely
just well.
escalated.
And
Yeah.
they were asking
That was really
me
good.
for so much money for your bodies. I was like, please.
Yeah.
I can't afford them.
I couldn't find
My
any
friends are worth $9,000?
That can't be true.
in this economy.
In
You
this
should've just sold a
economy?
kidney.
Cost of
Cost of
living.
Cosy Libby.
The cost
Cost
of
Libby
living.
crisis.
It is literally the cost of living.
Yeah.
That's like a live, laugh, laugh
Fish.
Poster, but it says
Live,
Cozy
laugh,
Living
cost of
Christy.
Cosy Libby crises.
That's awesome.
Love it. Your next stamp tattoo.
Again.
It's true. I need another. More.
Let's
More,
try
more,
and
more.
win.
More.
I'm doing so
Carpe
bad.
diem, Cozy Living Christy.
Cost of living crisis.
Cost of living.
Don't mind me having a mentee B.
Always.
Let's
Love
go.
it.
Forward.
You mean you have
Recording.
times when you're not having a mentee B? What's that like?
Right
when I
now.
forget that I'm having one.
Yeah,
You know what? That's valid.
when you disassociate.
We're doing
Oh,
drive-bys.
Where was I? Oh, that's right.
Open. Open.
Me every time I drive to work. How did I get here?
How did I get
guess I
here?
drove.
I found a
Oh.
ball.
Just
This.
go on autopilot.
Yeah.
From your
Hey.
house to your place of business. Oh,
What the fuck just happened? You okay?
Happened to
I'm
Emmy?
trying to live.
What
the
happened?
hell?
What
I
just
think
happened?
a child touched me.
You
Did you
normally
pick up-
that's the
did
other
you
way.
Pick up a doll?
Is this a doll? This ball?
No.
We're bowling?
Now we're bored.
Okay. Am I
Yeah.
tripping? Did
Be very
someone
careful.
slip
Don't touch
drugs
children.
In my drink.
Yeah, I think that's a good
I
policy.
got touched by something.
All right, well, let's keep an
Hopefully
eye
it
out
was
for
just your
weird
heart.
Children.
My heart.
Did someone
Child
touch your
touching
heart?
Listen to my heart. to speak to.
That's
diamond! I broke it.
you fuck you fucked up. I watched that entire thing. Congratulations.
Video game.
I got a bonsai. Check this out.
Oh. Ah, the
That's what
doors
you
are-
get.
Ah! Uh-oh, run.
What do you mean the door's
out for the
opening?
doors.
Oh! It's the evil!
Did she smash the trolley? What a
Did.
monster.
She smashed the wag.
Oh,
Wag
the
and-
wag.
Please. I just got instant.
Well, surely she can't get me up here. Oh, she's trying.
Damn. Howie. I fucking
Yeah, I can
died.
see.
Gonna slowly
Guys.
back away.
I need the money.
Back away.
Now I get to sit here and wait again for the next, I don't know, 5 minutes. Guys, reminder, donate to charity. Uh-oh. Oh my god! Emmy lives? What the fuck? Emmy is true horror protagonist right now. What the fuck? Did you guys fucking see that? Emmy somehow lived.
She went away.
Oh, she ran away?
But I
Okay.
can't.
Yeah, guys, donate to charity. Make me play the FNAF games. It's 80 bucks.
I think the trolley's probably gone.
I was also holding a cup and
Oh wait, trolley's here.
Sydney's
Yeah, I got it.
soloing.
Trolley's
Oh, nice.
alive. Okay.
uh Is Wag
City's
in the
soloing.
trolley?
No,
Yeah.
Wag's dead.
I'm in the
Wag is
trolley.
in the trolley.
Wag.
Putting this
I'm
in
in
But
the
if
trolley.
we can pick this up together, we can put it in the trolley and then
Oh,
we're
that's
probably
a
on.
flamethrower. That will that
let me
will
just turn it.
activate if they hit it. I think.
That's
I
good.
really need to
fine,
play
right?
the tutorial.
Okay.
Maybe I'll pull it a little bit more.
Put it in a bit.
Be
Yeah,
very
yes.
careful with that.
Okay, that's enough to get out of here and
So
get Wag back alive.
Yeah.
The real
It's
question
very
is,
weird not having
is
my
the old
camera
lady
there.
gonna kill us?
Old lady went into this room.
Okay.
Fuck around and find out, I guess. There's a
And
cup on the floor.
And then
That's Emmy's cup. Oh, perfect flat number. 11.1.
oh, that's bad.
So that's awesome.
Nukes?
Well,
I'll lead.
Why is Nuki
Yeah.
holding that? That seems like
I'm
a
good at
terrible
dying.
idea.
okay. You distract her with
Found
your
I
with
found
your
some
body.
spears.
Those are
My
nuke beers.
voluminous buttocks.
I really
Yeah,
want
put your-
Nuki to
put
just
your buttocks
fucking
on the line
damage
and
it
keep her
and
away.
explode everybody. That would be
Okay,
really
here we go.
funny.
Spears.
Let's go Wag.
It-
Welcome
oh,
back.
six-pack as well?
Wag.
Yeah.
I'm coming
Bring
back.
it back with the six pack. Ka-ching!
Some cheeky bits.
What's the button for it?
Let's go.
Ka-chow.
Smash a six.
Welcome back.
Guys, do not
Winner.
touch the
Welcome
women.
back.
Oh, never touch the women.
I
Don't touch
prefer them
women.
alive.
They're scary. Dear
Hey,
Did
God.
you get touched by a woman?
Badly.
Yeah, that's bad. Oh, that's bad.
He got blown up.
You see that shit? I died.
I saw it with my own two eyeballs.
Yeah.
The
I
woman
touched a
reached
woman for the
out
first time in
and
years and I
screamed.
fucking exploded.
and Wag exploded into a million pieces.
And that's what'll happen in real life.
Shiny.
Hey.
Pixel Expo.
No, wait, no, wait. I don't want to explode at Pixel Expo.
Come to Pixel Expo. See whackers that made explode.
Ah! I'm getting shot at!
I wonder who's doing that.
Cease your behavior.
Sorry. Oh,
Oh, a different toilet.
Put
Interesting.
down.
Cease your behavior. Oh, an explosive mine. Get that out of here. Where are you? You can come back to us when I pay for it correctly. What the fuck? Cart laser? What the hell? I've never seen that before. Stamina. We lack the stamina.
Where's the secret thing again? It's up this side, isn't it?
Yes. I believe so.
This one?
There's nothing else. It's like here. Oh, perfect!
Oh, you got it.
Flawless.
No,
You want me to lift you up?
Yeah, we should put Tanuki up there.
True.
Hey, Nix.
Why?
Go
Why
small.
am I
Come
going
over
into
here.
the roof?
Go small. Go
Come on.
small. Crouch.
Go, press. Yeah,
Why am I roofing?
Get roofied.
Because you haven't done it before.
No. Go.
jump.
Go. You did it. Alright, bye.
Have fun. Oh,
Have fun up
I
there.
blocked you in there.
Can you open it again, please, Wag?
Huh? Open it again.
Yeah, thanks.
Oh,
Come on. There you go.
oh my goodness. Did I just witness a murder?
No,
Maybe.
it was attempted.
Attempted.
I was just playing with the gun. I didn't kill anyone, and then Wag shot me in the face. What is that?
And now everyone stand back.
I'm terrified. What
It's a
is
duck
this?
bucket? Why is there a duck bucket here?
Oh, I said stand back!
I have 1 health.
Ah!
1 health. Oh, we don't have
Oh,
any
bye.
money. We only have 3k.
Yeah, because we spent it all.
Oh, crap.
Yeah.
Hi.
Oh no. Air jail.
Oh. Put me down! No!
Spin, 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 spin.
Wait,
spin.
which way are you spinning? I think we're spinning the other way. There we go.
Uh-oh.
I'm on my full up. Anyway.
Meanwhile, Emmy's just walking around with a shotgun.
Yeah, I got the gun.
Ah!
Okay. Okay.
Are we ready to go?
Uh-oh.
Now it's your turn.
No!
Meow.
Get rotated.
Help me!
Get rotated, bro.
I'm
You
getting
are
rotisserie chickened.
Street chicken.
Okay.
Alright, we got 3 upgrades. I am fine not to take one.
What do we have? Strain?
Strength and 2
Stamina.
staminas, I think.
Okay.
I eated it.
Stamina, because I'd run away. Good.
And I'll have strength.
Hell
There's some
yeah.
trees.
Man.
We're driving past a forest.
Spooky.
Very nice.
Oh.
Oh, who,
This is
Do you
What?
reckon there's ghosts?
Wait.
Do you reckon there's ghosts out there?
who's driving?
Wait. I thought you were driving.
I'm here, and you're there, and you're
What?
there, and you're there.
Then who was flickering the lights?
Who's flying the plane?
Who was flickering the lights? Nosferatu.
I'm ready.
Alright, we ball.
Alright, welcome.
Don't
No
get
one's
hit.
allowed to die except
Welcome
Beth.
to Headman
Bom, bom, bom.
Manor.
Oh my god. Big money.
Money.
Wait, Sydney,
Money,
you might need to help me with
please.
this.
Cup.
Oh,
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 ah.
well.
It was full of grease.
Ah.
you know what? Look, I'm just gonna take this back to the. I'm just gonna take this back to the.
Good idea.
Yeah, it's a good idea. It's a good plan. Good game strat. Love a good game
Oh
strat.
shit, rhino.
got some money?
Rhinoceros. Big
Let's
rhinos.
go.
Come this way. Rotate it so it fits to the door. Hold on. Oh, wait.
Oh damn! All right.
We back up. Hell yeah, that should be our quota
Backing.
basically. We can probably just go into the quota section and big money it.
Drop it off. Just drop it off.
Alright,
Find
it's
the
over
next
there.
section.
Yep. Awesome. Hell yeah! That's so easy. I'll grab the tax
Where was all
return.
this money? Where was all this money when I was trying to bring you guys back to life?
Good question. Alright, where's
The
the
game's
tax?
against me.
Are we
No, we gotta get another extraction.
We have another extraction point to get.
Oh.
Yeah.
I got a small bag of money. The tax.
Nice sack, dude.
Thanks.
It
I love
is.
that game.
It is a good game.
Ooh,
What is that?
Another rhino.
Oh, yo, rhino?
There's another rhino and a plate.
I'm gonna
Fragile
pop
plate.
Look
this.
to the plate. This rhino first.
Rhino, I hardly know her.
How do we rotate again?
Right click.
Right click. Oh,
Is this a safe?
there.
There's nothing in this.
Nice. How's that?
Yeah, it's good.
Alright,
Kinda
plate's
good.
also in.
Boom. All right.
And
What do we need,
then-
12?
This is a room that we've never been in.
I found a sort of valuable.
What was that?
That doesn't sound good. Oh, a small vase. For 2k. Where's the trolley?
I found a vase.
Yeah.
Small
I
vase.
threw it on the ground. Oh shit! Run!
What is it?
Oh, it's the
This is a
scarecrow.
Oh, scarecrow.
Run, Hutter table. Do what you need to do.
I'ma go this way. I'ma do my own thing. And hope that it's around here. Hell yeah. Alright, I could probably solo this.
Someone found it?
Yeah, I found it over here.
Oh, over there.
You can press tab and see where it is.
One bottle. Where are you?
Just press tab and you can see where it, like the dotted line.
Oh, yeah.
Very useful.
I'm coming this way.
Ooh, my bad.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, just don't just don't die. That is the room I kind of needed to go in. Scarecrow approaches. Oh no.
Oh, that's
Yo,
Why
bitch Scarecrow!
that's the-
Bitch Scarecrow! Yo! Wait, hold on. I can lure it away. I'm luring it away for you. Damn. I did try.
Hi, Lag.
Hi! I lured
Welcome
I
to
lured it
my-
away.
that's the question.
Welcome to my crib.
Your crib? This is your place?
Yeah,
Wag, you
man.
dead?
Did you forget to pay the electric bill?
Absolutely. No water, no electricity.
Should I
It's
I'm
hard
gonna
to hide
talk
'cause
to the
eyes too
power.
big.
Good. Yeah,
Yeah.
maybe.
Yeah, I just saw, like, dude hunched over. I was like, oh, what's going on over there?
I tried hiding under a table and I couldn't get under the table.
Oh,
Where
shit.
they
Oh.
whacked me to death.
I see.
I have so
Yeah,
many
wax it.
assignments to do.
You got assignments?
After this.
Ew. I hate assignments.
Wag, go.
It's not fun.
I'm so glad I'm not in
Wag,
education.
I got
No
wag.
more education.
I hate education.
I'm gonna quickly BRB to a bathroom.
Fair enough. I'll
be
tell
back
him.
soon.
I'll
Okay.
tell him because we're probably gonna get
Let's
revived.
chuck this in. Get
Okay.
that cash money.
I'll be quick.
We leave this.
Nice. All right. We actually did pretty
Oh,
good.
big money. Huge money.
We made like good money. Yeah.
That is good
Pretty
money.
Pretty good. Pretty good.
Emmy has gone to
Alright.
the bathroom, so hold on. Idea.
Just in the corner. They're like right there.
All right, let's go.
Into the cart. Wait.
She can
Me
pee in
too.
the cup.
Cindy, get in.
And away I go.
Where groceries?
Oh wow, this
Oh.
is fun.
Why did you jump out?
I didn't press anything. Uh oh. That's unfortunate.
This is rough.
Oh, the gnomes! Yeah, I only had 1 health.
Oh, get out of here. Fucking gnomes.
Well, as long as I get back to the truck, we will live. That's not good.
Ow. Oh
Hmm.
my god.
Oh, they're on me.
That's funny.
I
You
don't
just
know
gotta
where
make
we're
it back. Press tab! You can tell that
Oh, there's a gnome.
I just want to play the video game.
I'm back. What
You're
happened?
back? Alright, so we got revived, we put you in the cart, everybody else was in the cart, we stumbled into the scarecrow and we both
Hey.
died.
Did everyone else die?
Again?
Yeah,
Unbelievable.
Okay.
but they've made it back, so that's all that
Well,
matters
that's
really.
Engine.
Oh well.
I can't believe that I did that.
I'm so sorry.
I
had
can't
to go
believe we ran
potty.
into that.
No, you're fine. We just accidentally ran a trolley full of us into Scarecrow.
Yeah, I can't believe that actually happened. That
It's
I
very
feel
unfortunate.
that was so bullshit.
You're like,
This
this is
is
fun
a
and wholesome.
hard
Oh,
bird.
we're dead.
Scarecrow?
Range, crouch.
I barely know her.
Strength.
Yeah.
Should
Gonna be
we
the
get some
running joke.
strength?
Strength is pretty good.
And it's gonna add on here.
I'm a big fan of the strength.
Boom, got some games.
Oh no. Stay back.
Can I have an omelet with that fry pan? Oh my
Okay.
god. Ah!
Okay.
I asked for an omelet.
Stay
Not
back, Wag.
scrambled. Not scrambled.
Ah, damn it.
I play golf.
Unbelievable. Hole in one. Ow! I'm an innocent bystander trying to
Alright,
shop
I'm done. I'm done with it.
at Walmart.
Get snatched.
We
Confiscated.
at Walmart. We at Walmart.
Check out these cool ninja moves, huh?
We at the
Yeah,
Wally
can't
Wally
get
Wally
a-
Wally
ah,
Wally
where'd he
Wally Wally. What?
I'm here.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Where's it?
I'm here.
both say uh-oh when we heard the grenade?
Oh,
I
just trying to
think
do
so.
the grocery shopping. These 2 people.
Unbelievable.
Perfect.
Just
That's
Get your
wonderful.
shit together, men. Come on.
Yeah.
Come on.
real.
Wag City.
Men,
These
am I
energy
right?
crystals.
Yeah. No, she's not wrong.
Marvelous
She's not wrong.
technology.
Then
I agree.
they are not wrong.
What's this one? Range. What's
You
that?
guys have $30 of
We have
money
money.
spending.
It says minus 30.
That means that's how much
I
it's
mean,
going
we
to cost.
committed
Yeah.
a lot of property damage.
That's too much.
Oh,
Emmy,
Is
you
there
have to
something-
take something out.
rude.
Is there something in there that shouldn't be in there?
I think we're good.
Your head?
This button?
Press
What
the
do you mean
button.
by it?
Oh, wait, you said something. You're
Oh, we
4,000
don't
over.
have enough money.
Yeah.
Take
this
something
one's
out.
6K. I'll get rid of that.
Oh, no. Don't take both out.
Uh-oh.
Shopping.
Oh, we can put it
Damn
back
it.
in, it's fine.
Yeah. Okay.
Your eyes are so sus. Sussy baka.
Oh, hey guys.
We
what happened?
Oh,
apologize.
welcome back. Hi.
Have you
We were
left
just
your
spending
legs?
some. We were spending some time hanging out.
We were spending some
Hanging out.
time, some quality time.
Yeah.
Quality time staring
In
at the wall.
time out. Just in time out.
Yes.
Yeah, you got put in the timeout.
Just in time out, and I'm fine with it. I'm fine
Well,
with
I
it.
hope
I'm
I
not
bought
angry.
the right stuff because
Yeah, it's
Most of it, I think, was already good, so it should
both
be
the
fine.
experienced players died. Me
Oh,
too,
my bad.
You
We just
hit me
balling.
with health.
I hit you with health.
Mwah.
I don't know if this still works.
Yeah, if you smash E, it works.
Oh, okay. Good.
Once it starts.
Yeah.
Okay, we ready?
Go.
When I smash me, I also work.
I was gonna make the same joke, but I
Smash
didn't
E.
feel like it was it, and then I went, maybe I should just say it.
Nah,
and
well,
I
it
said
didn't work
smash
for me.
E! Smash E! Guys!
I
E.
am me. I am me.
I didn't. E.
Oh, no,
That's
that does
my
make
name.
sense.
That's
No,
true.
That makes sense.
That's-
okay,
that's very
okay, that's
true.
fair. No, that's totally
What
fair.
I have
Hey,
grabbed a strength.
I'm
Health.
going to grab range upgrade.
I got a strength, so I'm gonna get range.
I'm gonna get strength again. 2 strength.
Strong.
So strong.
I can
Oh my
lift
body's so
people.
buff. I'm
He's the
ready to be
buffest.
lifted.
Lift me.
Lift.
Uppies!
Lift.
Oh, oh,
Oh, God.
I've never been so high in my life. I'm scared of heights. Put me down.
Gonna
Okay.
vomit. She gonna vomit.
Like, I'm
Where's
on
the
a roller
nausea
coaster.
Oh my God.
medicine? Oh my god, we made it. to
We
level
made it back. We made it back to the Sydney Opera House.
Yay!
In the opera house, I hardly know.
My,
I.
my
Okay.
acting career. I'm ready.
What is that? Oh, the laser.
It's quite
Laser, I hardly know it.
perform. The Sydney Opera House.
I want enter.
Try and fucking run me down.
Like a
Yes.
circus. Perform it.
Guys, Wag's committing
Vehicular
assault on
manslaughter.
me.
A tour. I did a
I'm
tour
being
behind
assaulted.
the scenes. It was very
Oh, that's
cool.
cool.
I saw
I
many
will.
things.
Nice.
Sydney Opera House is a pretty cool spot.
Oh, that is
Nice for me. What is it?
Beep, 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 beep.
Oh, another one.
Oh. Oh, that's a oh.
Not a child-friendly dummy. But
tongue. That's
gross.
We ball.
Someone somewhere.
How
How
much?
do I lift this up high?
You just
There
gotta,
we
you
go.
gotta go
Record?
look up.
That's a
Oh.
dummy thick dummy.
All
That's a
right.
dummy. Thick.
I'm gonna try my best to take this back.
How many squats do I gotta do to be a dummy?
Ooh. Oh, it's fine. Hell yeah. Guys, we're winning. We're absolutely winning. Nice.
Yeah.
We're winning. Oh, and it landed directly in.
We love
Oh, the duck is part. The duck's in the trolley.
it. Oh, cool. Keep the duck.
Never
in the
mind.
Oh, damn it.
Jumped out. I couldn't help it. I just need
You
to
got
not
the
run
sass.
over it.
You don't bump into the duck.
Is there anything here that like anything on the shelves?
No, I don't think so.
Okay. Or like
There's something up here.
be very
That duck really wants to jump in the way. Whoa!
wonderful. All right. Bye, Cindy.
Sugar biscuits.
That's a lot
That's
of
not
duck.
good. Cindy hit the
That is a lot
duck
of
by
ducks.
accident.
That is a lot of duck.
And
We
he
found
accidentally
a
hit-
blender.
What the fuck? Blender.
Blender.
I found brain.
Also, a guy?
Oh my god, wait, you're speaking from that?
Man.
Man!
Man.
Man, I'm crazy! Wait, I can hear myself! That's awesome!
Look at this dude. It's me, I'm the dude.
I'm the
My name
dude.
is Franklin. Hey,
My name is David!
David.
Oh, the duck.
My
You
name
can
is
put it-
Edwin. I
I-
made the mimic.
I made the mimic!
Specifically.
Jesus! Okay.
Riding in my car right after a beer.
Oh, there's a big cup as well.
The duck is just in the cart now.
Yeah, that's fine. We can bowl.
Just chilling.
Alright.
Can we get the blender or the cup? What the
Yeah.
blender?
I'm gonna take the blender myself, because I could probably just do it with my 2 strength upgrades.
Okay, I'll take the card, I guess.
Why is it
Oh,
why is it being blended? You fucking oh my god.
Well,
Guys, I swear I'm not this bad at the video game. Why was the blender taking damage? There's 2 of them.
Uh-oh.
And a baby? Oh, this is not gonna be fun.
Pop it. Lock it. Pop it. Twist it. Bop it.
Pop it.
Lock it.
They seem to be having fun over there.
I can't eat. I'm so fucked. I'm very dead.
Okay, I'll leave that for Vestige. Vestige could do that.
Uh-oh.
Oh, it's got ears.
Steve.
You would not-
so many ducks.
There were a lot of ducks.
Epic.
I was watching them
Tanuki!
have fun.
I witnessed your death by
Yeah, with my
The tattoo's
body.
good cat. Do you wanna
No, they had a beat. They had like a boombox.
What?
Yeah, they had a boombox and they were chilling. And then I tab out to you and you're just dying.
Oh, I didn't
From 2 ducks. It was
There
very
more than
funny.
2 ducks. I had a
There was
guy on
2
my
ducks,
face
a baby,
as well.
and a mouse.
Oh, in the
Yeah.
hallway.
It's right here.
I don't think Tanuki likes you being so close to them after they just committed their murder live on stream. So come with me. Come this way. Let's give Tanuki some space. So
Yeah,
that
they just
can
need
keep
$500 more
mentioning
dollars.
from,
That's in the trolley. Go get the
being murdered
trolley.
by a duck live on stream. Okay?
Please.
Let's go, duck. This way.
Oh, hey, they babysitting
that
the
for?
duck.
What?
Oh, Tanuki.
There's 2
Oh.
duck.
There's a duck.
Grab the trolley.
I
It's
need
got
to take them
money.
into duck custody. But
Straight to
we
duck
also
jail.
we also need some more money for Tanuki's revival.
What about me?
Very zoomed in, so much zoom in. I know, I zoomed out.
Where was the blender? Oh, I don't like the fact that there's a blender just sitting here. Does that
Where's
mean,
my body?
Does that mean
And Wag does
Oh, there.
Wag is dead.
No.
Extraction.
Wait, you're gonna get revived. No.
Wag is also not alive.
Oh. Well, he's dead forever now.
Take me back. Take me back.
Come on, ducks.
You can revive me.
Tab it. I need to go this way.
There's 3
Am I
fucking
supposed
ducks.
to grab the money stuff?
Yeah,
Oh,
we
that's-
tried to take the blender and it just. Yeah.
That thing's cooked. Alright.
So the money's inside the
Okay.
blender, and when I pick it up, it turns it on, and then it blends the
We're
money.
good. We're just gonna get out of here now.
I
We got Nuki,
see.
right?
Yeah, and Nuke's
Nuki's
alive.
alive?
I
I've got
understand.
Wag's
Wag's
body.
dead. Wag's dead forever. We just have to. Oh, there's a baby.
Oh, the baby.
What the
Oh, that's
fuck?
fine, you
Baby's
can have
trying to-
that. That's fine.
What the fuck? Baby stealing money?
Oh.
Oh.
That's not okay!
Oh. You just got Donkey
I
Kong.
didn't know
Holy
it.
shit.
Baby.
Shrek!
Oh, now the ducks are ever. Oh,
Human
Oh
Shrek
my-
just ate me.
Oh my
Baby human
god.
Shrek just ate me.
That was crazy.
Who did that?
It fucking threw the thing at you.
Violet, Pixel, why did this happen
And the
to me?
ducks are
Come on.
cranky.
Uh-oh. This is bad. I
Are
might be
It's
living. I might be living. Oh,
The duck
we
killed me.
living?
don't
Are
worry, we
living?
living. I live! Let's get the fuck out of here.
There's
I
a
s-
duck! There's a duck on the truck!
Don't pick it
Let's
up.
go, Ducky. Let's go, Ducky.
Meow, meow, meow.
Dear
Meow, meow,
God.
meow, meow, meow.
Claps.
Clutch.
Claps for the clutch.
Yeah, you
Hey,
guys clutched up.
babies. Who knew that baby was so buff and could throw that thing at my head?
Welcome
That
to the
baby
duck shop.
Donkey Konged you.
Absolutely smashed. I've never been smashed by a baby before.
Smashed
That
so
was
hard
a
before.
new- Yeah, I've never been smashed.
Booped on the snoot.
Another strength upgrade would be
Bopped.
so very funny.
Bop it.
Bopped on the head. Bop it. Pull it. Twist it. Bop it.
Thanks, Cat.
Spring.
Do we want
Cat,
strength?
just letting you know we are in a shared chat.
Strength.
Do we have enough for the strength?
I don't know.
Can you do math?
Chuck her in.
No.
I didn't do the
Absolutely
math.
not.
That's math.
I just put it in the cart.
No, don't put the fucking ass bear trap in there.
Ta-da. Oh, City.
Oh, yes.
Your tattoo does look very lovely. I saw it on the Instagram.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, a little baby bird. Hello?
Somebody just got flashed.
Ah, my ears!
It looked like a disco though.
Ouch.
Oh, don't worry, I got you.
Get blinded.
Come here, Sydney. Come with me, Sydney.
Air
Thanks,
jail.
baby.
Baby jail.
Oh, no. Oh,
Into,
no. Oh, no.
into the
Baby-
ship we
Ah.
go.
Baby jail.
I know, I had a
Baby
dream.
jail.
I had a dream like this.
Baby jail.
Baby
had a dream.
girl.
I was
Baby
being spun
girl
around.
in
Kylie Minogue was
baby.
playing.
You spin me. Wait, I don't know that one. Kylie Minogue.
I'm spinning around.
Round,
Get out of my
round
way.
my head. Na, na, na,
Anyway.
na, 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 yeah.
Woo.
Na, na,
Yippee!
na.
Level 4. Is this the best?
Oh.
If this is the best,
I actually have no idea.
Level 4?
We're level
this is
4.
the best we've done.
We're 4.
Yeah, it's the best. 4 score and 10 years ago.
We're 4.
I'm 4. Share your
I'm
health
4
with
years
players
old.
by grabbing the neck.
You are the youngest person ever.
I'm 4 years old. What is this? Crowd. I've only got 1 health, so someone else take that, because I will live for fractions of seconds.
I have 51 health. Let's go.
What is crouch rest? Oh, crouch restores your stamina. I found out. I know.
Oh. You're in trouble. Cat, be careful.
Crouching?
Yeah.
Meow, 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 meow. Alright, let's have an adventure.
We're adventuring.
An adventure.
Get run over.
Well, that was an adventure.
Oh, yeah.
It's,
Boop, boop.
it's
Bubble, bubble,
the
toil and trouble.
headmaster. Oh, everyone, it was the headmaster.
That was my nickname in high school.
Master of head? That's
I hardly even know her.
Master of head.
Phew.
Bowling.
Alright. Wait, we got the
Balls?
Which one?
Balls.
We just
Cup.
ran off with it. We just all ran off. That's why.
Thank God, I
We,
was like,
we
did
ran
you
off in
die?
separate areas.
We just ran off.
Immediately deaf?
Cup.
I don't like
One
when
of
you
the
get
chat
quiet in this game.
babes.
Ouch.
Monkey!
Monkey.
Monkey on the car!
Fuck off.
Fuck off, monkey.
I love having the same vocal stems. Not much happening right now.
That's a good. That helps.
I'm just gonna pretend I didn't see that.
Master Sword.
Be careful with that.
I'm strong.
Yeah, I can see that. Just be careful. There is a evil walking around.
Do I evil it with this? Do I whack this at it?
You can try. I don't know
Will I win?
what kind of evil it is. It was very scary and big.
There is lots of
It was like a
Was
big
it-
knight.
was it-
Actually,
Wait. Was it Cindy?
oh,
Hello.
Oh,
here, I'll
we
help.
weren't talking about you.
Wow, big
Thank you.
sword.
I found one.
Yeah,
of
this-
Steal
the,
that from. Do we steal that
Huge
from Elden
sword.
Ring?
I found
Alright.
one of the other extraction.
No, actually, I stole it from your
Oh.
mom.
Boom.
All right,
Joke's on you,
just
my mom's
be
cloud.
careful. Just be careful,
Can I
guys. I'll
have
take
her
this
number?
back.
Yeah, 100%.
Whoa.
Oh, 1-800 Cindy's mom.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Doll.
Oh, you're joking with this eye bullshit, buddy. Leave me alone. There's an eye in there.
You
Don't
get
go in
got?
there. Don't go in there. Don't go in there. Bad idea. Bad idea. Okay, it's gone. Good.
Where the trolley at?
Awesome,
Toot,
we're
toot.
winning.
Toot, 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 toot.
Oh, yeah, put that in.
Bottle.
Oh,
Oh. Whoops.
I hope. Where's his head? Is it in there? I hope it's in there.
We'll find out. Oh.
Well, shit.
Wag, you absolute nong.
Wag, how did this happen?
You
I didn't do
absolute nong.
I didn't do anything. What happened?
Why is
Why
it-
are things
why is it always
broken?
the two of us? Why is
It is
always the
it
two
is
of us
always
that
the
are dead?
two of us.
Why
I
is
was
that?
checking to make sure your head wasn't on the back.
It was it was in there. It was in there.
Oh, okay. And then when I died, I broke something. I have no idea what happened.
Yeah, you broke enough that we couldn't do it.
Not
Don't
intentional.
like that noise.
My mum's lovely, chat. My mum's lovely.
Cannot
I
She's
can't
great.
believe
The
Emmy
next
was the
time
MILF
Wag
hunter all along.
asks me to play this game,
My mum's
it's
lovely.
not happening.
She's
I
skydiver. She's
refuse.
badass.
What? Emmy doesn't want to play
I
Repo
refuse.
with me anymore?
Game.
Is she quitting?
She's like, Wag, if Wag invites me to play anymore, I'm
I'm
not
not
gonna play.
Thanks for the hijack. That's so funny.
That's so mean.
I don't know, cat. I don't know.
Was is this? Was is this?
Oh, that's a bomb. Emmy's got a
I
bomb.
hope no one's.
I hope it doesn't blow up.
If it gets
It
knocked,
might though.
Oh shit.
She just knocked it.
11,000. That's cool.
I'm
It's-
gonna...
I love watching Emmy play.
It's so
good.
fun.
There's definitely multiple
You
extra.
just need 3k more in the thing. Why didn't you pick up the timepiece? Nuki, go back.
What the flamenco is? I don't know what the flamenco. What's the flamenco? Wag, do you know what the flamenco is?
The flamenco? No, that sounds like a drink
It feels like it's setting me up for
or
a
a dance
punchline.
move.
A flamenco is a type of dance, but
Yeah.
I don't know what. Okay, so it is yeah, it's a type of
Okay.
dance. Ah, I see.
Flamenco,
Now
I hardly
what's
know
happening.
her.
I know what's happening.
I sure hope nothing bad happens to me.
I don't know what happened to my camera though.
Me too.
Uh,
Actually, I
It
know what
broke
happened.
My camera.
I know what happened to my camera.
going the right way.
I know what happened to your camera. My redeem broke my camera.
Oh no.
Shit.
Today seems to be the day of
Is it
pain.
No, I know what it was. It's because I updated StreamerBot.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Updated it to 1.1 or like the
Yeah,
oh,
and-
that's
1.01.
so
Yeah,
close.
with the black UI.
Yeah, I
It
haven't
looks
updated
great,
mine
But
yet.
also I forgot to go through and double check everything.
Ah,
Nailed it. Yes, CSS by cooked it. Okay. Oh, they're so close though.
they are very close. We're so close.
Heck yeah. We might be alive. Even though we're
Yeah.
okay, she takes it
Oh,
Ah,
Demi's
there.
taking a great. Yeah, that's a good idea.
That's mad strats. Pro gamer
Really
shit.
good idea. I just hope that Nuki finds $700 worth of goods.
Yes. And doesn't die. Okay.
Because they haven't
So,
I just need one more
yeah.
thing to
instruction yet.
perfect.
Hmm.
Okay.
Nuki, there was like the whole timepiece by the stairs or whatever.
I don't know where I am or where anyone has been.
Use the map, Nuki.
Does Nuki know how to use the map?
I don't think so. I don't think we told them.
Oh god.
Oh my god. Thanks for the hydrates.
Is there anything in
Okay,
here?
so either Emmy gets. Okay.
Oh
They
shit.
just need to use the map
I
and
swear
follow
to
the
God, you
dotted
guys
line.
are dead. Again.
Follow
Of
the yellow
course
brick
we are.
road.
You. Well, it's two of you.
Yep.
Tanuki might still be alive.
Yep. We just
Hmm.
need
We just need
400 more.
Okay.
700.
Is
No,
there a
you
button
can't.
to press?
Oh, 700 more. No,
I'm
you can't press it.
No, no,
No,
no, no.
Emmy.
Put it back. Leave it. Leave it. Leave
Or
it,
you just
please.
put it here. So hit
Emmy,
something.
please.
No, you don't hit. It's not enough yet, Emmy.
Do I have to put? Do I have to find Tanuki first?
No, look at the top right of your screen. Look at the
This
top
is
right
going.
of your screen.
This is going so
Look
well.
at
Oh, do I need to put all of the things
the top right of your
out?
screen,
Please.
Emmy.
Please.
Top right of my
For
screen.
the love of all that's
0
holy.
out of 3.
No, above that.
Please.
What does that mean?
Please.
No, above
0
that.
out of 3.
Above the 0 out of 3.
The quota
Top right.
above.
The quota?
Yes.
11,000.
It's
Yes.
yes. It's 11,000.
Out of
We need
what,
some more
Emmy?
dollars.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Qualified mathematician. Now.
Oh, that was beautiful.
Please.
Please, the quota. Okay, Nuki has it.
Oh, Nuki has something.
Nuki has it, but they're damaging it as they're running.
It's fine. It's fine. As long as
It'll
it's
be enough,
$700 is fine.
Okay.
Oh, there's a thing. There's a
Oh,
spider.
there's a thing.
Oh wait, no.
Oh,
No, wait, no. It's fine. It's fine. It's
no, it's losing value.
Fucked.
It's losing
please.
value.
I need the frog.
It's $700.
It's
No.
only worth 400 now.
Fuck
The
off.
frog got damaged. It's not enough.
That's fucked.
I
We
found
need one
stuff
more
at,
thing. Just one
It's
more
okay.
thing.
they're at the. I found the second extraction point. I'll go grab the
Come
stuff
on,
that
I
man.
also
were in
found.
there.
I found another extraction point. There is a guy.
There's 3.
We know where the
there's 3
two
this
other.
map, guys.
Yeah, there's
Is it
2
the
other
scary
extraction
frog?
points. We know where both
Yeah.
of them are.
It would have been
It's okay.
enough.
Don't
It
worry.
got damaged. Emmy
Oh.
dead.
Nuki was so close. That was so unlucky.
Dead.
Oh, that's very funny.
Girl, come here. Come here, girl. Pull it together. How dare they die on us? That's how you gotta think about this. They died on us.
I couldn't fucking help it. Come on. I was doing the
I mean,
right
you could have,
thing.
like, you stepped
I
into
yeah, I
a
definitely.
compressor.
In the
You
Yeah.
stepped into a
In there.
compressor, and I couldn't help it. I was standing there, and
found-
something exploded
I think
behind me.
down here, I found.
Yeah.
Yeah, the extraction
That's
point.
my
Yeah,
bad.
yeah.
What was it?
$11,000. We won't need that one.
Something
There's
exploded.
there's a thing.
What was the
Uh.
explosion?
Oh, here's the man. Up, jump up, jump up.
Was it?
No!
Oh, he
I'm
climbs.
running.
Don't grab
I'm
me.
running away.
I actually have
running
no
away.
idea what exploded.
Oh, okay. All right. So Emmy's now
Oh.
going
Oh,
to try
he's
and
right
take one
behind
of these things
Ow.
back.
Ow.
That's
Ouch.
worth 1,600. So
That
if
is
she
also
gets it-
the bomb.
if she gets it
Alright.
back.
Extraction point.
Oh,
Give me this.
Nukes has something
Nukes
else.
has $400 worth of stuff.
Oh.
Okay, so
Please?
if Nukes
Oh,
gets
Nukes
back,
getting
or
it,
Emmy
Nukes
gets
getting it.
back. Nukes gonna get it? Okay,
Yeah.
we're about to be back. Let's go.
We're gonna live.
We're gonna live, damn it.
We're
gonna
so
live.
back.
All right, we're back, baby.
We're so
Let's
back.
go.
Appreciate the fucking effort I went to for this.
Oh, we do, Nuki. We do.
We really
Nuki,
do.
we do. Oh, Nuke, so much.
Yay!
Wait, you brought. Oh my god, no. We appreciate you so much.
Okay. Ah.
Wag, what the fuck did you
Ah.
do?
I wanted to make.
Back!
I wanted to make sure that City was going to get revived.
By
There you
killing
go.
yourself?
I didn't mean to kill myself. I thought I had time.
And then neither of you you got revived.
I don't know why.
Damage everything.
I didn't
Yeah,
try to
yeah.
damage shit. Okay, whatever.
We nailed it. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Ugh. Alright, where the hell is this place? Oh yeah, I can like crouch and get energy back. Is it in here? Yes. This is one of them. Okay. Not good. That's not good. That is not good at all. I'm probably going to die immediately upon anything, so I might just... Why is there nothing? You mind, dude? Do you... Oh, he should jump!
The second extraction point, I think.
Oh, shit.
Oh,
He can jump.
Oh,
Oh, fuck.
no way.
Oh,
Well, we're
no.
dead again.
Well, bro jumped.
Look down. Oh, you're good. You're
yeah,
good.
I stood in front of the pole.
Oh,
Fuck.
I only had like one health.
I also had one health.
So
And the
what do
fucking
we-
fucking
Okay,
feet
right.
man decided to jump
Okay.
and get
That's
me.
the-
I was honest. I
Wrong
was
way.
on
Oh,
a table.
Shit, we're going the wrong way.
All right, so
We didn't even have to go this way.
we're back dead again, Whack.
Yeah.
You're still alive. You
I'm so
disappeared.
bad at this.
No, we're pretty good.
I'm still here. Oh, thank
we're,
God.
we're pretty good. We're pretty good. We're just
You
unlucky.
died. I was so
You're just
stressed.
unlucky.
Just unlucky.
Emmy's gonna have a heart attack. I think.
Yeah.
Am I following the map
What did
wrong?
you die
Is it telling
to?
me to go to the old
The
extraction
eyeball
point?
just locked me in and it blew me up.
Oh,
'cause it did,
okay, so
damage.
I
That's
see.
not good.
There was a big like knight dude that
Wait.
was marching down,
Yeah,
and then
we
the
saw him,
Yeah,
so
it's up-
so we
okay,
backed
I can
away,
see
and then
it.
we went into another room, and the eyeball was it.
okay,
think
because
that's-
the feet man decided to run after me after that, and I was like shit, because they were
Yeah.
both on the stairs.
Oh, true.
I'm here. Is it upstairs?
The hourglass is here. Yeah.
Not
Okay,
upstairs.
You
It
can
is.
take it up. You can take it upstairs, Emmy.
Yeah, but
Ooh,
it's
these
not.
is-
It's also
these
not
spooky
upstairs.
staircases.
You can also lift that by yourself.
This is gonna take us forever. Oh no.
Yes, we better start now.
Yeah.
I'm ready. We gotta go all the way around. Stairs don't lead to anything. Can we go down these stairs? No. These? No.
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 You can really hear the
Go
Australian,
down the way.
especially when
Yeah,
it's slowed
100%.
down.
Do you think Wag is dead?
Yes,
Maybe.
absolutely.
100%.
I'm always dead.
Word.
Yeah. I need to ask a question.
You will not. You will not be able to.
Question. Does the map show me where the next station is?
Yes,
Extraction point?
Well, it shows you where the extraction
when
point
it's
is. that
when,
you're
yeah
up to.
when it's activated.
Yeah.
Guess we'll have to
But it's
go
just
down
through those
this-
doors. It's literally just through those
Oh.
doors. They
Yeah,
just need to go
that'll work
forward
out.
a tiny bit. It's
And-
literally
Yeah,
through there.
It's pointing to the one that's in here.
Yeah, it's just
Because it's
Okay.
active.
Yeah, which is open.
Nukes
oh,
has
he's
figured
here.
it out.
Dead.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
I had 1 health.
There you go.
Oh,
What was I
sorry.
supposed to do?
There you go, bud.
Live, damn it, live!
Anyway.
I tried. Bro learned how to
Oh,
jump.
Goodbye, baby.
We just need like,
Wow, so much. Okay,
yeah.
more money.
Which is crazy
Oh,
because I
boy.
feel like I looked through this entire place and there's nothing left.
There's an $11,000 block, but it's huge and heavy.
There's like a big statue as well,
and
I
that's
think.
it's right
Ooh.
in front of the third extraction
Oh.
point.
But if they see
sorry,
the
guy.
eyeball again, they're in trouble.
If they see
Where?
the feet man again,
That way, I think.
Oh,
Not the feet man.
it's the feet man.
uh,
Bless
oh,
you.
Bless you.
Thanks.
Oh.
love.
A second
Hello.
one. Open the doors.
Is it the
These
salami?
pieces are very aggressive. The
The
salami's
salami's making you
sneeze.
sneeze.
Yeah.
Goddamn salami sneezes.
Salami.
Every day.
Slammy.
Mm.
Well, this is a dilly of a pickle.
Salami lid don't
Well,
fit
well,
the
well.
salami lid.
Do they have the money to rescue us? Are they gonna be able to find enough?
They've got to find
Yeah,
just
'cause it's like the
3,000
only
more,
way.
pretty much.
But then we
The
still
only
have
other
a
way to do it.
third extraction point.
Yeah, well, they've got the cube by the other
Don't
one.
go that way, Jack.
Oh, true. Which
And
is
that
worth
should
11.
that should basically, it's either
They
going
have
to
to go
be
that way.
just
Big
enough
man that
or
way.
just
Yeah.
not enough,
kinda
if I
have to
remember
go that
correctly.
way.
Yes.
Understood.
I think they're trying to find it now so they can use it for the other one.
Okay, but they got the giant knight.
Yeah, that thing's scary.
knight-
I
Yes,
think it
the
can
knight
see
is
you.
terrifying. Got so many eyes. Definitely seen them.
definitely heard him.
Ah,
Yeah.
ah,
Yep.
Oh,
Oh,
There goes Tanuki.
well.
oh, hey guys.
Oh, hey.
Hey, we're both dead again.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
noticed.
Do you
We
know
only
how
had
to
one
use your
health.
map?
Hmm?
Do you know how to use the map?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Why?
We
'Cause
don't
you
know
were
if Amy
like-
does.
Everybody's so confused and in places.
Yeah, Emmy didn't know if the map leaded to the next extraction point, which it did.
Oh, I see.
It
Yeah,
leads to the extraction point that's active, and you
The
have to go
active one,
activate
yes.
them.
Which is
So
what
that's why I
saw
died.
and said.
Yep.
But
Yeah,
there's
you did.
nothing else. Like the way that this guy is the only other way that we haven't explored. There's nothing else in the rest.
Oh, true.
Yeah, okay. It's over.
Yeah, we
No.
might be boned.
Emmy might clutch it.
I mean, he's gonna get, like, blocked. Basketball style.
Emmy's not. Emmy's
Oh,
gonna
what the hell?
clutch it. She's gonna teabag this dude and go
Bro
about her
doesn't know.
business.
Bro doesn't know.
Ninja.
What?
She's just gonna grab like one or two more things.
That's insane.
Oh shit, dead end.
She's crazy on the ninja skills.
I ran
Silent.
out of stamina.
There it is. There's the other one.
But then
Is it
the
cute?
cube,
This is
Yeah, so
carrying
as
the
soon
cube
as
back is gonna be cooked though, right?
she's gonna
Yeah.
she's gonna wait.
I'm not gonna be
Once
able to
she
get
opens
past
this
it.
one up, she could just put it straight in there. She
Yeah.
Yeah,
might
but she
as
needs
well
to
just
get the
leave
other
me.
one. She needs to do the other one, right?
I'll be
Yeah,
back
she
in
should leave me here.
Yes.
price of
Yeah,
money.
agreed. But she just needs what?
Wow.
10?
Like
How much?
3K
That's
ish.
heavy.
3K? This statue's gonna be way too heavy for her though.
Uh-oh. Yeah, that would have
do
been.
it. So maybe the cube, maybe it's
How
the
much was
cube
it?
to the other one, and then leave that statue here.
Yeah,
use
and
that
we
Cube
could-
is
statue.
also really heavy though.
Yeah, they're all really heavy, unfortunately.
True.
There's a cup.
But that would have been
There
it.
is a green cup.
Make up here.
That would have been. Oh no, not the
People
cop.
Gang. Hi.
No.
Oh.
Well, even less.
Oh,
I don't
maybe he's
think
gonna
it's even
shatter
worth
that cup. Don't put it.
No. Oh, never mind.
I've seen this before.
Never mind. That's that correct.
I've seen this before. This happened last time.
My heart hurts. Help, honey. Help, honey. Where's
I
the
think
money?
there is actually nothing left
Show me the money.
apart from the cube.
I
Those-
think
yeah,
the
those two.
I
Two things, I think.
genuinely think the cube's gotta be
I think
dragged.
the cube is the only thing that's left.
I think the cube
That's
has to be dragged, and then we just
$11,000
drag the big statue over the third one,
Yeah.
and then we
So
bolt.
yeah, Emmy might need to grab the cube.
She's gonna
Hopefully
have to
she
really
makes the
decision.
slowly drag the cube and just like
I should bought the trolley.
avoid everything.
Oh, totally should have bought the trolley. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Oh boy.
See if I can.
no,
leave you
leave
there.
me, Emmy, leave me.
No, she
Is
wants
she
to
gonna
try
put
and
me on
balance you.
top?
She's gonna balance you on top of the cube.
That's awesome.
I love that. Never leave a salty
Rotate
behind.
me, Emmy.
Okay,
Oh,
Oh,
Rotate me more.
It's happening.
Okay. It's
The other way.
Maybe.
Emmy.
Good.
Wrong way.
They did not make
yeah.
Rotate me on the other axis.
yeah!
Yay.
Man, Nuki, you look
Alright,
different.
now I'm gonna-
Yeah. You got square.
Built
Bulked
different.
Out. I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh my god,
still
it's
have no
gonna
idea what
take
this
me
guy-
so long.
Oh boy.
And you're off immediately.
Leave me, Emmy.
I have
Leave
to
me.
make money to save my.
I have to
Oh,
make
boy.
money
Oh,
to
Tana.
save my
I'm gonna
friends.
have to get the trolley. There's no way. This is gonna take
What a
too
real
long.
quote.
Welcome to
They have lives to
capitalism.
live. Some of
Real.
them might not have had dinner yet.
I was just thinking about whether or not you guys have eaten.
I have to get the trolley. I have to get
That's
the trolley
awesome.
And come back.
Okay,
Just
so
sit
she's
here
gonna
in
get the tro-
silence.
Just listen to her ramblings.
It's
It's
very
great.
nice. It's kind of wholesome. It's beautiful.
It's peak. It's peak entertainment.
This
Yeah.
isn't peak, this is repo, you fool!
Oh,
Damn, I thought we were
you're
playing
right,
peak.
actually.
That's
Guys,
why
we
kept
should play
dying. We were
peak.
just trying to find the highest point.
We should play peak while Emmy plays this game.
Guys, so you coming back?
Two games
Sorry,
that use
Abby,
proc
what's that?
chat.
We're stuck in the desert.
Am I even going to be able to lift
We're
it
the
into
Mesa.
trolley?
You could definitely put stuff out of the trolley into the place, but
Yeah.
that cube will fit. The cube will fit.
Up
The cube will fit.
in there, yeah.
If she can lift it in.
If she can lift it high
$62.
and down.
You should be
Yeah.
able to.
Oh, someone's screaming.
What?
Not a good sign.
Who's screaming?
Hmm. Don't worry,
Alright,
Emmy. If
here
you
we
run into
go.
somebody, you can run them over with the cart.
Hit him with the
now I just have
trolley.
to remember the
Vehicular
bracket.
manslaughter.
Just hit
I
him with
love
the
that kind of
trolley.
manslaughter.
Boom.
My favorite kind of manslaughter is the vehicular kind.
Yes.
Driving in my
People
car.
move in
right
the
after
way.
a
I'm
beat.
committing vehicular hamburger helper.
I love when you remind me of obscure memes.
I love that show.
This is probably fine.
It should be
She's logging in.
fine.
Does she know the way back?
I
Hopefully.
hope so.
Okay.
Maybe.
Maybe. Oh.
Uh-oh.
That's fine.
Well, that's not a great sign.
He's probably gonna go all the way back down that hallway.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I sure hope that he doesn't destroy the trolley.
No, you can't. You cannot.
Oh my god, she's scatting at it.
She's the scat man! Oh
She's
my
the
god.
scat.
No
man.
way.
I mean, to be fair, I've never
Visually
seen Emmy
activated.
Scatman.
Uh-oh. The
Uh-oh.
scat jazz. Anna's
He's gonna
like.
destroy the trolley.
"Skibidi-bop-bop-bop-bop-bidi-wow."
Come this way.
I'm the scat man. Alright, you got this, Emmy. Ninja Styles.
Yoo-hoo.
Yoo-hoo.
Big summer blowout.
Okay.
Oh.
Stay out of the way. Okay, he's going the other way this time.
Emmy clutching
That
up
guy
hard.
is giant. Emmy's doing it.
What a
Look at that
threat.
limp look that.
I mean, look, we've taken literal years of her life, but she's clutching up every
Yeah.
time.
It's just par for the course of being friends with people like her.
Yeah.
My heart.
Oh no.
Oh,
Run into the other room. Run into the other room. Go to the left.
Go sideways, strafe.
Yes, yes.
Pro.
Now just gotta
Window.
wait. Wait for the eye to leave.
It's
Yes.
gone.
Oh,
Is it
that's
gonna-
actually crazy.
We win this.
Holy crap.
Okay. Cube it up.
Now Emmy's gotta put cube in. Lift it up.
Cube.
Up.
It's too heavy.
Oh,
it's too
no.
heavy.
Looking up.
It's too heavy. No,
It's too
it's too heavy.
Oh, I did all this work for nothing.
No.
Heavy.
There is
Oh,
some stairs. What if she?
I'm gonna say, I know you can like also rotate the cube. Yeah.
Could you rotate it up?
You could probably push the cube with the trolley.
What do I do?
This is just Emmy puzzle solving at this point.
She's talking to me like
Maybe-
I'm fucking
Maybe I can make
Wilson.
this
She's talking to a skull. Yeah.
fall into-
What
Move it
do
with
I
the cart.
do?
Move it with the cart, Emmy. Move it with the
Yeah,
cart.
The
You
cart
can
is
just
working.
push it.
You can move it with the cart. It's
She's not
gonna
gonna be
be.
able to get that in the fucking cart.
She tries for the bigger
You
object.
fucking try.
and my own strength. Come
Use the
on.
cart
Emmy, you can
to
puzzle
push
solve.
the cube. Use the cart to push the cube.
That's
No.
you probably
Oh my
Ooh.
god.
ooh money.
Someone message her
What do I
chat
do?
right the fuck
There's
now.
nothing else. Except for
Use the cart to
the
push
really
the
heavy
cube.
things. Do I just go
Use-
back to the
Use
ship,
the cart
guys?
to push the cube.
To push the cube? Okay.
It was a question, so I don't know if
Will
it'll
it
work.
damage it?
Maybe.
Nah, it's fine.
As
It
long
might
as it's
damage it, but it needs
like
to be yeah.
3k, we'll be fine.
Oh,
Next time, I'm taking the strength buff.
yeah, probably a good idea. Emmy,
Okay.
because it definitely is easier to push it.
Ah, it works. Oh. Apologies.
Mm,
No, Emmy, you're fine.
It's possibly going to get very damaged.
it was going to get damaged anyway.
Straight.
Yeah,
It's
it's
a
fine.
straight line.
That is not a straight line.
She's doing her best.
Best whack. She's
Oh my
doing her
God, it's
gosh
getting-
darn best.
Super damaged every
Apparently going
time.
straight is very difficult.
Like 1,000 every time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know if it's gonna get there.
It's definitely not getting there.
What's it at now? 7,000?
It's stuck. It's stuck. Come this way. I've lost so much money on it.
Okay, okay, okay.
It's working. It's working.
Oh,
Of course, it does it on like the different levels of the floor. Where are you pushing it? That way.
oh
Ooh.
god.
Ooh.
Oh god. Yeah.
Oh,
Big money.
it's gonna be
So
too damaged.
I think I agree.
I also
I
agree, but
agree.
it'll be really fucking
So
funny.
sorry for taking so long.
It'll be really
doing
fucking
it.
funny when Emmy
Process
finds
that.
out.
Oh
Oh,
my
it's-
god, no, it's
No,
too
Oh.
she's
far
gonna
gone.
bust
It's too
it.
far
She's gonna
gone.
bust
Is this
it.
even going to be worth anything?
I don't think it's gonna be worth anything.
Oh
Sorry, Emmy.
no. I mean, if you break it, I think you could probably find other stuff.
There was nothing else.
As in, other stuff might spawn.
Is it? Does it? I don't think it does.
This
Isn't
is
it just one and
devastating.
done?
This is hurting
I don't
my
remember.
heart.
I feel like every time we'd run out of stuff, there would be
The
new
door's
stuff
in the way. I'm
spawn.
not strong enough. Game.
Yeah, but is it gonna classify it as being out of stuff if the statue's still around?
Yeah, because you wouldn't be able to complete the quota.
It's not worth enough, is it? It's too
Fish!
much.
Hello, best
It's
friend,
only
epic camera angle.
1,900.
Hey,
Give up.
my camera doesn't work very well
Give
right now.
up.
My camera's fucked. You see this thing?
I'm so
The
sorry.
battery
I thought she was gonna
expanded.
put me in
You're
the
gonna have
soup
to
for a
redo
minute.
it.
Get souped.
I'm so frustrated. Why won't the game just give me money?
Guys, I'm reading the warning on my the DJI battery, and it says only
Shit.
use DJI approved charring
Alright, leave.
devices.
I have to find the ship to leave.
Which you definitely have not been doing, right?
They didn't fucking give any charging device. Like, what do you
Yeah,
mean?
you'd have to buy it separately so you can.
Yeah,
give them
that's
more
why they
money.
do it.
Dang.
What have you been using
There
to
really
charge
is
it?
nothing in here.
A USB-C cable plugged into
Okay.
my computer
I just have to find
for a
the ship
webcam.
to leave.
I mean, it should be fun.
Yeah,
Oh,
should have
no.
been.
Oh,
Oh no.
oh.
The eye.
Oh,
Run out of the room.
Oh, we're dead.
Run out of the room. Break eye contact.
Oh, we're dead.
Yes.
Yay!
Oh my god, I think Emmy's on like 1 health.
Yeah,
or-
she's
or
up to
2.
nothing. But she can't leave. She can't
I'm so
afford
mad at this game.
it.
You
She's
would.
never gonna play.
You-
She's never gonna play Repo.
Oh, there it
again.
is.
Oh,
What?
No.
Appreciate that.
Alive?
Somehow. She's never gonna play Repo again, Wag.
I know.
This way?
Or I
What's
just
a
wait
fun,
long enough.
Wholesome
Uh-huh.
games. Would Emmy like
Uh-huh.
Peak? Has Emmy played Peak?
Peak
don't
is not
know.
a
Oh.
fun, wholesome game. Peak
There we
is
go.
stressful.
It's so wholesome and
You
fun.
tried
Hi,
so
Emmy.
hard.
You did so good.
You were doing so
I'm
well.
Emmy, you did so good, dude.
This game.
You did so good.
You tried
Trash.
so hard.
I just wanted to bring my friends back to life.
No, I know.
Oh my
It's-
god, the cube is here.
Yeah. It's tempting. It's freaking. Oh, my.
That cube. Oh, do not hit me with that. Do not hit me with that. Do not hit me with that. I said don't. You bitch.
No, I'm so, no, damn it! Damn it!
Give it a- What is this? A gun?
It's
Oh,
your
boy.
getaway.
Emmy,
It's your
Why is it always us?
we can talk about this.
Emmy's pissed.
You left me.
Yeah.
I leave you!
Oh yeah, step back a bit. Step back a bit. No way! No fucking way! No fucking way!
Let's go.
Emmy, your malice was your undoing.
They're fucking leaving me? Leaving me?
That was awesome. Oh my god. That was so fucking good.
Death by emotion.
Oh my
You're
god.
Amazing. You're amazing.
I can't.
That was
I was
great.
pushing that block and I was like, $11,000 where?
Yeah, every single time it took a hit, it was just, oh, it was
We were all
painful.
like, oh.
So
I love-
sorry. That
I
must have
love
been
that
so
you were like-
painful.
You were
No,
like, oh,
not
I
at
can't
all.
get the cube into the trolley. Let me try the giant statue.
I was just like, maybe I can make it fall into
Yeah,
the
yeah.
trolley.
Yeah.
It didn't work.
That was so funny. All right, friends. I might need to leave it there. I gotta get up tomorrow.
Yeah, it feels
Yes.
like a
That's
end tier.
Good ending.
That was
That
so
was
good.
Too.
Thank you, everybody.
Thanks for games.
Thank you
Thanks for the
for
streams.
It was
coming.
fun.
Yeah.
We will have to do it again sometime.
Yes,
Maybe next time we'll
please.
play.
I was gonna
Peak.
say, Abby, do you want to play Repo again?
I don't know. I'm feeling pretty tilted.
Yeah, that's fair.
That's absolutely valid.
Maybe I should play the tutorial and learn how to actually play the game first.
That's probably a good idea. I mean, to be fair, you were doing best out of all of us.
No.
That's true. You were clutching.
Real carry.
You're clutching.
Who needs the
Thanks,
tutorial?
guys. Have a
Bye,
good
y'all.
night.
Thanks,
You
guys.
too.
Goodbye.
Bye. And that is it. Look at how bad quality the camera is, guys. I love my Nintendo Switch 2 camera. Hopefully I can get my camera sorted for the last couple days, or at least find the replacement, the one that I used to have. Obviously, this is not a good thing, my DJI battery being so exposed and stuff. Very crunchy cam quality. Well, yeah, the light has changed, but you know what I can do? Hi guys, it's me. I can actually like pick it up and show stuff. Oh my god, epic room reveal. Look at all the shit that I have in my room, guys. I'm gonna do it. I'll probably do something like that eventually, but it's awesome. Here we go. Back to normal. I'll try and solve my camera issues, and hopefully I can solve it before the 24-hour stream on Saturday. So be there. Cluttered room twins, hell yeah. It's only cluttered because I'm moving soon, so I'm trying to like organize my room around and stuff. But yes, I will be back tomorrow we're gonna be playing the Kirby Switch 2 DLC, the Shattered World. It came out today. And obviously I haven't played it. I need to play it because I love Kirby. So hell yeah. But I'll catch you guys tomorrow for that, and then obviously Saturday 6 p.m. 24-hour stream. I'll be streaming from Saturday 6 p.m. to Sunday 6 p.m. So be there, enjoy it, and I hope everybody had a fun time tonight. Bye, boys.